to 6 weeks.
Wow, this is a good news. Where can I find Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts?
If you are in Liberia, Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts is located at Fish Market, Tottenham Boulevard, Monrovia, Liberia. And in the USA, 220 10th Street, Brookhaven, Pennsylvania, 19015, United States of America. You can also visit their Facebook page, Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts International, or call cell number +231 887 012218.
Thank you for this information. I am visiting Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts to begin the process of my cars and other goods.
Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts. Our goal is to allow Liberians have access to buying things from America without being cheated.
Did you know that the Community Livelihood and Agriculture Support component of the Realize project known as CLAS is helping to promote food sufficiency in 7 counties across Liberia? Yes, the CLAS component is operating in Bomi, Bong, Wapolu, Grand Kebount, Nimba, Grand Jida, and Lofa counties. The project is supporting 240 communities in these counties with 28 beneficiaries in each. The beneficiaries are allowed to select their own crops of their choice and plant on 35 acres. The project provides seeds and tools grants and pay each beneficiary farmer to work on their farm. Each community also benefits from $1,800 of development grant. The proceeds from the farm remain with the community for their own benefit. Join the Realize project to promote food security in Liberia.
This message is brought to you by the Realize project operated by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment, funded by the World Bank, Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, and the French Development Agency.
Things are on me, with the emergency. How do I manage again?
Potano, why are you sitting here just talking by yourself?
Julie, I need money quick. I won't go find somebody to credit me. Then I will pay them as soon as I get paid with the more in.
Echo Bank can credit you, but the only thing you have to pay in 1 month, and the good thing, the interest are just 3%.
For you?
Yeah, just go to any Echo Bank branch and you ask for the form to enroll you on their salary advance platform. When they give you the form, you fill it up and you make sure your HR sign it. Then you take that form back to the bank. After you carry it to the bank, they will send you a message to let you know that you're already on the platform. Then you can use the *326# and request for 50% of your salary. Instantly, you will receive it.
Wow, just like that? Break edit to more money, Judy. I'm going to the bank to pick up the phone quick.
Yo, go get the form quick. In less than 1 week, you receive the money. And what I like about it, and they can even ask you for collateral set.
I'm going there right now. No wasting time, oh.
I'm not saying you must not go there right now. You must make sure you pay the bank money back. Oh.
Hey, Judy, that you talking slow, so I will pay back quick so I can credit again. Echo Bank is easy, oh. Echo Bank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, Anita. I have not seen you for a while. What's going on with you?
It's just that I am on a hustle doing my small thing.
What kind of hustle are you talking about here, my dear? I hope that hustle is making sense, oh?
For real, James, and I thank God for the Realize project because my small business is up and running again.
Anita, what do you call Realize project?
Realize me recovery of economic activity for Liberian informal sector employment and has so many different programs all intended to improve our well-being in communities.
What is this whole Realize project all about?
This Realize project has 4 important activities.
My ears and brains are open well to learn about this Realize project.
Let me tell you about the first one. Grant support to vulnerable households to revive or start small business, SSB. The SSB activity provides small money and technical support to scale up existing businesses and to initiate new businesses to enhance livelihood opportunities. The amount is $900 US to each selected household. Activity number 2 is Labor Intensive Public Works, LRPW, is operating in selected communities in Monserrado and McGill counties. The LRPW activity is to provide 17,000 families with short-term work and develop their working skills. Community members on the project will choose sub-projects they want to do for their own community. Each worker will receive small money for his or her time, and the tools will live with the community after the project. The next activity is called Community Livelihood and Agriculture Support class. This component is aimed at improving livelihood opportunities through community agriculture activities and supporting community development for poor people in the interior. It will work with 16,200 families in 8 counties: Bomi, Bon, Grand Cape Mount, Bapolu, Grand Jide, Lofa, Nima, and Sano counties. Activity 4 is called the Social Cash Transfer SCT program in River G, Grand Cru, River Cess, and Grand Bassa counties. 16,000 families will benefit again throughout the life cycle of that project.
Wow, thank you, Anita, for explaining these good things about the Realize project. But let me ask again, so how long this project will be here for now?
The Realize project is expected to end in December 2026.
But this Realize project very good for the poor people.
Yes, so James, the Realize project is really doing well for me.
This message is brought to you by the Realize project implemented by the Ministries of Youth and Sports, Gender, Children and Social Protection, and the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment, LACE, funded by the World Bank, Swedish International Development Corporation Agency, SIDA, French Development Agency, AFD, and the government of Liberia.
Well, welcome to the OK Morning Rush on 99.5 this morning. Today is Tuesday, 12 August, and the year remains 2025. Thanks to all of you for always joining us. If you're celebrating your birthday today, it's up to you. Happy birthday, celebrate well. Today is the Nima County by-election in District number 5 in the, I'm sure, Buyao area, in Buto and other places. A representative is needed to replace now Senator then Representative Samuel Koga. This morning we'll speak to Marcon Joseph. Marcon Joseph is the head of the Elections Coordinating Committee. He's in Buto with a team to observe the election to ensure the process is in keeping with electoral and other international provisions. The death of a 1-month-old baby girl who was the victim of female genital mutilation in the Gambia has sparked widespread outrage. The baby was rushed to a hospital in the capital Banjul after she developed severe bleeding, but was pronounced dead on arrival, police said. Although an autopsy is still being conducted to establish the cause of her death, many people have linked it to FGM, or female circumcision, a cultural practice outlawed in the West African state. Culture is no excuse, tradition is no shield. This is violence, pure and simple. A leading non-governmental organization, Women in Leadership and Liberation, said in a statement. Yeah, so you heard it there from the Gambia. A 1-month-old baby. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? 1-month-old baby. Okay, so we'll also talk to our reporter Franklin Doloqui this morning. Franklin will be in the district later on, but now he should be there. We'll work with the radio station in Buto as well as our reporter Franklin Doloqui sometimes tonight. By 10, 11 o'clock, we should know the presumptive window of the elections because it's a single district. Polls are going to be closed by 6 o'clock. Latest 7 o'clock, vote counting will start, and by 9, 10 o'clock tonight, we would have known the window of the election. So we continue to hear three names, like you heard our correspondent mention yesterday, Augustus Menkwa, Koto Kwagru, and Boris Balie. There are 10 candidates in the election, 9 male and a female candidate. And I saw a photo of Edith Gonklo West. She's heading to back home, and I'm sure probably she's going to Nimba to get her presence felt there after declaring her support for the lone female candidate. That was expected of her. That should be expected of most of these people, you know. But yes, we hope the election is going to be held peacefully in Nimba County. No violence so far. There was a big senatorial election held there, and there was no instance of any violence, real violence anywhere. So there should be no instance of any violence in a small single district election in Nimba. We're sure the people will, you know, follow all of the protocols. And okay, thank you. So yesterday, the Liberian National Police released its findings, I should say, its investigative report in the Echo Bank 11th Street armed robbery saga. The police released that yesterday, and like I said the other day, sometimes when some of these things happen, it's good that we keep calm. Sometimes we know the person, we're friends with the person, but it's good to keep calm. The Liberian National Police have formally charged 44-year-old Phoebe Emery Johnson with multiple crimes, including armed robbery, criminal attempt to commit murder, and illegal possession of lethal weapons following a failed robbery attempt at Ecobank's head office during the weekend. According to the police, Johnson entered the bank's private banking lodge disguised as a customer, pulled a single-barrel shotgun until Angeline Silla and attempted to choke and restrain her using a struck tip. The attempt was thwarted when Silla managed to trigger the alarm system. Johnson was immediately apprehended at the scene by Ecobank security with assistance from the LMP. LMP spokesperson Cecilia Clark confirmed the arrest, stating that items recovered from the suspect included the shotgun, several rounds of ammunition, pepper spray, and disguised materials. She added that CCTV footage from the bank confirms the details of the incident. Yeah, so the other day I told you that, that I spoke to multiple sources from the Liberian National Police, and one source was telling me that initially when they took the guy to the police station, he said something else to the Inspector General of Police, and then the other source was telling me that when the criminal investigation division of the police started to interrogate him, he said something else to them. Finally, but I told you, I said that one thing was consistent with all the sources that I spoke to. From all the sources I spoke to, one thing was consistent, and that thing was that the guy was arrested with a shotgun. That was consistent. I told you that, and the police said that yes, this guy was arrested with a gun. So he's been charged with armed robbery, criminal attempt to commit murder, and illegal possession of a gun. You know, so I see there are a lot of speculations and everything on Facebook about the guy. Remember, I also told you that particular evening, the guy was behaving at normal, and the police had no other alternative, according to my sources, but to take the guy to the hospital. So, you know, there's a presumption of innocence under our law. So even if that person was arrested in our act, you know, accused of armed robbery, blah, 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 they took him to the hospital, I'm sure probably maybe it was there, he had to change his clothes and all the kind of thing. I'm saying it because I see a lot of people talking about, oh, the clothes are on, they're not the one are on, they want our own, they're not the one are on. At this point, I strongly believe that those who have additional evidence to support the state should provide same to the police. That's all we can do right now. The police investigated what went before it. It has come up with findings based on investigation. And when they take you to the police station, they can acquaint you with all your rights, if possible in the presence of your lawyer, and then they can interrogate you. Based on what you will say to the police and the evidence, it will inform the police on the next course of action. So this guy has been charged with armed robbery, criminal intent to commit murder, and other things. So the guy spent approximately 2-3 days to the police headquarters. I'm not sure we expected the same clothes to be on. I don't know what I don't know how very important was the clothes in terms of the investigation when the police already thought it had the CCTV footage and all these kinds of things. But like I said, they took him to the hospital. So probably they changed his clothes. So at this stage, let's follow the process. If you have, but I'm not stopping people from speculating and creating doubts. It makes it healthier. Let's continue to discuss these issues. But if you have additional information to help the state, you can go to the police, because sometimes the police people operate like the court. The court does not hear what is not before it. The court will always hear what is before the court. That is it. So the guy was charged, the guy was accused, he was accused of allegedly robbing the bank and all the kind of thing. Those are the allegations that are before the police. The guy was accused of having a fire gun and all the kind of thing. The police investigated based on probable cause. They charged this guy. So if you get information, help the state, go to the police and say, look, this thing is not true. Maybe I know about these people. They've had a relationship. They've been, I live in the house. The guy can come to the gate. They have a relationship. Maybe the guy is friend, so he won't say anything, but the people have a relationship and blah, so you can, all of us need to always do those things. You can help the police with additional information, right? That will be good. That is that about that. In Riverside County, our colleague Eric Opaduo posted this on his Facebook page. Already at the time we're talking about drug, and I hope it will claim the attention of the Liberia National Police and the Drug Enforcement Agency. This is what Eric posted. He says, in Riverside County, drug cases involving law enforcement officers are quietly being swept under the rug. In Riverside County, drug cases involving law enforcement officers are quietly being swept under the rug. Opa writes from Riverside. He said, first, Aaron Blai, an officer of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, was caught with drugs at the Nimba Junction checkpoint. Yet, he was allowed to walk free. To this day, his whereabouts remain unknown. Then, just a day after the county held its Say to No Drugs campaign, Ojukwu Weeks, a former commander of the Yapatan police detail, was arrested with drugs and detained at the Yapatan police station. He was sent to court but without trial, was released by Judge Deba Zuku Deba of the Yapatan Magisterial Court. Sources allege, I'm quoting Opaduo, sources allege the judge was bribed to set him free. Some officers of the Liberia National Police in Riverside have expressed anger over these actions, but the pattern of impunity continues. And like I said, I hope the LMP and the LDA is concerned. Look, most of the time, and there are people in this country who believe that one of the reasons why we are unable to fight drug as a country is because privileged people, people in authority, privileged people are part of the cartel. To the extent that some Liberians believe that even people in the security sector are the main importers and collaborators of the importers of the harmful substance. At that point, a lot of Liberians believe it will take some time. So you see, yesterday when Representative Glikia came here, he said something. Glikia said, look, even though we have all the diplomatic amenities because of our status, our lawmakers and all these things, we get to the RIA, nobody checking anything on, or we just move to the VIP. Glikia said, look, one of the ways we can do it, and I think the speaker, the executive, the legislature, and the minister of justice, all of them should meet and have a conversation. They are the people in our sector, right? And the minister of foreign affairs and everybody. Glikia said, look, in the midst of all that thing, it will be good, at least for them to also search us when we are living and coming to the country. They're not disrespecting us. They're not scraping up of our diplomatic or whatever immunity. What they're doing is setting the record straight. And I was listening to former AFL captain Jerry Colley. Jerry Colley shared the same view. Jerry Colley also believed that, look, the rights, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not Liberia alone. The rights and privileges for people of that status, lawmakers and things, it's a global thing. It's not only limited to Liberia. I'm a human being. I know it, so I don't want to sit here and pretend, because I know in other countries, you know, the parliamentarian and other people, they got diplomatic passport, and they will just walk in, you know, yeah. But what Glikia is saying is that, look, because of the drug situation in the country, and to prove that we who are in privileged positions are taking a bold step, there's absolutely nothing wrong with people searching our luggage in the VIP area, respectfully. I know, respectfully, because people are assuming too that the reason why we're not fighting this thing is people in privileged positions bringing the thing in. They know the people who bringing the thing in. Some of them are collaborating with these people to bring these things in. Now, we don't have evidence on these things. Can the Liberian National Police and the Drug Enforcement Agency, for example, take a bold step that will be followed by, because I know in the army, I'm sure they do that routinely. Can the LMP and the LDA take a bold step to say, can Gregory Coleman issue a statement to say, you know, every single police officer will do drug tests? I want to see something. You try it. Greg, I want to see. You try it. Let's see small thing. What do you call it? All of me. Omen saw. My papa Greek papa then to that LDA there. Can you people ensure you do drug tests? Maybe after every 3 months you do drug tests on police officer then DA. We want to see something. Hey, we want to see something. You do drug tests. Because you see, you are the frontline agencies fighting the substance. To prove your innocence, to increase public trust, I think it's good to do so. Okay, let's move on. Yesterday, you know, I've been hearing this thing for a long time, for several months now. But until yesterday, I decided to reach out because it was getting too much. And you know, the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, they used to be up Maban Point, somewhere around CRD Road there. I'm sure I'm correct. But they've relocated all the way on our RIA highway, a very big distance from here. But do you know that for several months now, it is the employees of labor who've been putting money together to fill the bus that can take them to work and bring them back home? Labor. The employees. It is the employees that have been fueling the bus. They put money together and put fuel in the bus. And sometimes I sit and wonder how much these people are making. So if you were to put money together, maybe 150 Liberian hour, 200 hour every day to fuel the bus, every time you go to work to fuel the bus, over a period of Saturday, maybe over a period of 22 working days, how much is an employee spending? How much is he or she earning? That's what they've been doing. So the administration had a meeting, I'm told by my sources, and the Director General, is that a position? I'm sure, yes, the Director General there, Mr. Niala Vapla, decided that, look, they should put a stop to it. And according to my sources, Mr. Vapla even said in that meeting that he had absolutely no idea. Probably he was not aware of that thing. But some of the employees still insist that he was aware because he's head of entity. But yesterday was the worst one. Yesterday, I don't know whether the boss came for them later, because as of the time I was speaking to the employees, most of them were on their way back to their houses, to their homes. They came to board the bus to go to work. They were told that the fuel oil that was supposed to carry them to work yesterday was used on Saturday. And so there was no fuel oil to carry them to work yesterday. My understanding from most of the people there is that so the administration brought an NTA bus, and they were asking them to pay $150 Liberian yesterday for the NTA bus to carry them to work and bring them back, and they resisted. So because of that, a lot of them started going back home. Like, we can walk from here, RIA Highway, no bus to carry to work. We will not continue this thing. We can be paying our own money. Already we making much. Then every time we have to pay money in the bus, to pour fuel in the bus. So yesterday some of them went home. So I decided to reach out. I reached out to a ranking member of the administration who actually begged that we were speaking on condition of anonymity, and I respected that. So he told me, now look, yeah, it's true. We are challenged. Since our relocation, we are challenged. What he told me was, in fact, in the budget, what we have as a budget is $900,000. That's what they gave us, $900,000. He said, out of the $900,000, let me pull my note out. I don't want to be wrong here. He said, of the $900,000, we are using $715,000 for personnel costs, meaning to pay people, blah, 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 blah. So they are left with something around $175,000 there. Am I correct? Something around there. That's why they're running. That's why they're running the institution with buying this, buying that. And the official was telling me, as we speak, Clarence, there is even no money for the scholarship. You know, LIPA, we can send people to, we have an understanding with other institutions. We can send most of our people, no money set for the scholarship. And I was like, wow. So the employees have been paying money to fuel the car, to fuel the bus, to carry them to work? Are you serious? Why? They're not supposed to be doing that. So I think they reached to a point where the employee they've gotten tired now. They say they think can no longer continue. And you know, so yesterday the person I spoke to said, the controller said, you know, he got the gas slip in his pocket, but he gone with it already. So that the situation is like he will try to send a gas slip back so they can fuel the bus to carry the worker. So I told him, I said, but I spoke to most of the workers, they're going to their houses. How y'all will get them? So it means there will be no work at LIPAP today. Again, I don't know whether later on they send gas slip, because they had already said the gas slip that was intended for Monday yesterday was used on Saturday. So I don't know whether the controller later on sent the how you might call it, the gas slip, and whether their boss took them to work. I don't know whether their own boss took them to work. So that is the situation at the Liberia Institute of Public Administration. And that institution is one of the training arms of the government. I hope in the coming budget year they can increase those people's budget, honestly. Because employees of an institution are not supposed to be the one putting money together to put fuel in the bus. Are you serious? You put money together, then you put few in the box. So it means that the employee now running labor, or they let the government so much so they decide to be donating to the government. Look, in the coming year, at least you get the people $1.5 million or $2 million. Look, LEPAP is a serious institution. Liberians benefit, not only government employees, even people in the private sector benefit from LEPAP. They go there, yes, they pay fees, don't get me wrong. They go, they pay their fees. But this is an institution providing serious education in different areas. So it is that institution that government agencies supposed to even be sending the people to for training, all these kinds of things. Imagine $900,000, $715,000 personnel costs. What is left per annum? January to December, right? What's left? So we got to be putting the money. I've always said these things. And I hear sometimes some of the lawmakers complain, oh, the people can count to all, they be backing up. When somebody web today, well, they can count. As sarcastic as that may sound, sometimes that is the honest truth. As sarcastic and degrading that may sound, sometimes that is the honest truth. But here is the other side of it. And somebody who can argue, say people will still do it, but I think it will be minimized. Create the enabling environment for people not to come to you to beg. So if you create the enabling environment at the John F. Kennedy Hospital with more drug, sending more specialized doctors for training, the environment, the equipment, new facilities over there, when somebody comes to you as a lawmaker to beg you for money to send somebody to the hospital, you will tell the president, but JFK is absolutely free. Phoebe Hospital in Bond County is free. Jackson Fiado is free. The Grant Hospital in Sino is free. So let's use the national budget to create the enabling environment to provide basic social services for the people. How somebody will not come to you for school fee when the government, through the Ministry of Education itself, is even announcing how much people are supposed to pay at government schools, but they pay more than that, and the ministry sit there, a two-flat bulldog that is not even able to go after people. So, for example, when school closed, the Ministry of Education will announce nobody should pay this amount for graduation fee, but people pay more than that. What do they do to these people? In government schools, the Ministry of Education will announce that, look, government schools, for 10th grade to 12th grade, this is what you will pay. From 6th grade down, this is what you will pay. Parents will still pay beyond what the Ministry of Education can do. So you see, so the people who are governing, the governors, though I always told you, all of us can come to that Capitol building. All of us can work in the executive. All of us can work in the legislature. That's why you people are there, to make the rules, to make the laws, to govern everybody, so that everybody will be smiling. Everybody will benefit from the resources of the country. You know, that's why we can say sometimes, if you have people, look, the senators over a period of 9 years, they can buy them 3 cars. 45,000 times 3 times 30. The members of the House of Representatives over a period of 6 years, they can buy them 2 cars. 45,000 times 2 times 73. So you see, so that's why sometimes we'll say, look, they got good elements at the legislature. They got some very good people there. Everybody at the legislature is not bad, is not corrupt. They sing with the executive, the judiciary. In any institution, they will always have good people and bad people. Sometimes the legislature here need to sit and say, look, I think our people complaining too much. The people complain that we're earning so much. Look, if you are a senator over a period of 9 years, let's reduce the car to only 2. If you are a member of the House of Representatives, they should buy you only 1 car. Let's make a sacrifice. Because our people complaining too much. Let's put the money in different place. Look, if you have a pregnant woman who is sick, pregnant, going to JFK, I said it the other day, going to Phoebe, going to Telewen Hospital in Lofa, and she goes to that hospital. She gets treated. Free tablet, medicine, everything they give it to her. She goes home. That woman, even if that woman in Foya Tenga or whatever my uncle Chara will call the place name. That woman, even if that woman in the least village beyond Foya, and she goes to the hospital, she get free treatment, tablet, everything. Nobody would have to tell her, say the government working. You will not. You don't even have to speak Gisi to tell her. She will know that something not changed. We used to buy medicine. This time we'll go to the hospital. The people not giving up prescription again. We're getting tablets. Sometimes I don't like the argument about healthcare all over the world not free. Yeah, we know healthcare all over the world not free. But sometimes you want to do the analysis in a way that it fit a given situation. Most of the places where healthcare not free, look at the people GDP. Look at how many people working. Look at how many people earning. And you know, I think that you can look at and do that kind of justification. Let's use the national budget to benefit all of us. The lawmakers too are going through a lot. I can understand. I mean, some of these people, before they even wake up from bed, people to their fence gate. Before they even wake up from bed, people, some of them can be scared to even come outside. Because when you come outside, the number of people are waiting for you. People waiting for you for school fee. Somebody will want delay what they want bathtub. People waiting for you for different things. That is an honest fact. How do you solve that problem? Not by giving individual money, because you will not, look, the lawmaker, you can even be making 100,000 per month. You're not able to satisfy everybody in terms of saying you want to, people come to your hall, you will help them. But I think they do that most of the time because of loyalty. They always want people to say, oh, that manpower really gave, you know. But this is an age-old problem. And we're not blaming the 55th. We might not blame the 56 because this thing has been existing. But who's going to sit down now and say, the problem here, we got to solve it. They thing has been around for maybe more than 100 years, we got to solve it. We got to stop our people from coming to us to beg. It doesn't dignify them at all. Some of these people know themselves. These are people who've been working, they've been earning, they send their children to school, but condition, situation gone bad. Unemployment in the country, things are not easy. Look, even the president said it the other day in his State of the Nation address that the country is hard, things are tough. But you solve the problem. When you are a leader, you solve the problem. You solve the problem. To have people come into your house, sometimes it's embarrassing. Honestly, sometimes the lawmakers, they say they didn't get it, to be honest. But we just assume that every day they're supposed to get money. Sometimes people can get broke, my people. Sometimes they didn't get it. They didn't get dollar fast and they didn't get it. But we get time. They get it or they didn't get it. We say we'll go there, they full, they will give it, they will look for it. That's why we put them there for. Because that is the environment they themselves are created and they are creating. So to put a stop to that, you'll find lasting solution to these problems. Let's better up our public schools so that parents will be rushing to send their children to public schools. Equip these public schools with library and laboratory facilities. Let's send more teachers out of the country. Or we bring people here. Maybe if we take our money to send people out, we bring people here to really train our teachers. In other countries, the government schools are the best. In Liberia, it is the opposite. The SOEs. Sometimes we just focus on the lawmakers. These state-owned enterprises. When you hear the money and the benefits they are making there, you just put your hand on your head. Can we have a conversation? Can we begin to have a conversation as a nation, as a government? Because everybody will not have that conversation. We're not in power, they are in the power. To meet and say, look, we got to solve some of the things. We can't keep repeating the thing and making it look like it is the way it's supposed to be. So when the lawmakers, sometimes people go begging, that's true. But what are they doing to ensure people? Begging is it? That thing can take away a lot from people. Everybody can do it. Create the enabling environment. Provide more private sector jobs. Engage the agriculture sector. Expand it. How do we do it? Every day we are talking about one thing, my friends. At 8 o'clock, we will have some of our friends here from the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. We understand the board of that institution met and it mandated the leadership to take a decision about some waiver. Will be here. They will be here. Madam Jenny Love Broplett, the Deputy Managing Director for Marketing, Ms. Wadi Habab, the Marketing Manager, and Nipson Tor, the Head of Public Affairs, will be here. And it will take us up to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Grand Jury Representative Jeremiah Sukan will be here as our guest, my friends. This is the OK Morning Rush. It's on 99.5. As we discuss most of these issues, we don't take ourselves from there because we are all human beings. Sometimes we know what these lawmakers are going through. We know what they are going through. Nobody going to sit down here to pretend. Like I said, look, some of the people can be praying that they shouldn't pray because when they pray, their problem not easy. But they got to solve the problem. They got to look at the national budget and use the budget. And it's not going to be automatic. It's going to be over a period of time. Since Ellen first term in 2005, look, that government did a lot of good job setting up intact. You know, at that time, we just had a sensation of hostilities in the country. Governance was totally broken down. They needed to do a lot of things. But over the last 10 years, if we were trying to, look, no president will come to the country and do everything that will be good to all of us and will be clapping. But a particular government can do few things, focus on one or two things, do it, then we get rid of it as a country. There are competing priorities in the country, understandable. But there are some that are more competing than the others. Road connectivity is more competing than the others. Providing jobs for people, more competing than the others. That's why I get nervous in 2025 when I still hearing people talking about town hall. What town hall? Since 2005, we started building town hall across the country. We started building youth centers across the country. Go and do tour of some of the town hall and youth centers they build in some of the districts, some of the counties. You will just know that those things have been waste of money. Town hall, everybody talking about town hall. I built a modern town hall. When a person say they build modern town hall, you see the town hall say you want for that. We got to re-strategize, my friend. 0777 700-995 0555-995-995 are the numbers to call on the OK Morning Rush. It will take us up to 8 o'clock when we get our guest here from LWFC. Good morning.
Good morning, people of Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Maurice Sherman. I call you from Lane Street around Popular Way.
Mr. Maurice Sherman, what kind of noise are you hearing behind you?
I think the rain.
Oh, I thought you're not starting again to that standard authority. Go ahead.
No, they're doing renovation right now. They carry on renovation of the standard authority. So I think the Popular Way minister have to get someplace so we can squat there in the meantime.
Go ahead.
Yep. Thank you for your program this morning. I think the issue about especially the hospital, it really touched me. I think a couple of days ago, I was even in your community or later were in labor pain. Can you imagine this issue about the hospital? It's very challenging, especially when it comes to the night hour under this rain. People like Clarence, sometimes we carry people to hospital. We use our own money. Sometimes the nurses then will not touch a person until they tell you say you have to deposit money. Yeah. And our lawmaker then sometimes they will sit there and hear what's going on. At night, when you listen to the program at night, it's very frustrating. Sometimes we come on the radio, we bring some advices to even the government. Because there are sometimes in the night, you need ambulance. Sometimes we'll even call it ambulance. Can you imagine they will say the patient should buy 2 gallons of fuel before they come for the patient? Yeah. This situation is really challenging.
Okay, Maurice.
Really challenging, people of Clarence. Thank you for your show.
Thank you, Mr. Maurice Sherman. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
Let me say good morning to the Liberian people this morning.
Yeah.
social from the community.
You say what? What a guy needs here.
Clarence, why elaborate people keep speculating? The lawmaker keep complaining. These are reasons, Clarence.
Oh, the ball want to get in, but it's not easy. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you there?
Yeah, thank you very much, Clarence, or people, and thanks to the OKM family for the brilliant work you for Liberian people, for the recognition for the public, and Pukat, Robert, like only this morning for our unknown destinations. People, Clarence, you said it very emphatically and categorically that our leader has to do their OPS or thing to better the level of their employers. We are the employer of them. But for the car,
yeah, I say yeah, they know that.
Yeah, we are the employer of them for the car to certify themselves and not even thinking about the people that employ them is very disheartening. When I want that video to go down, our mothers that go to 9 months and for them to get a comfortable breath. For our mother to be on the car road, where motor were passing, car passing, and they getting breath on the street. For God's sake, McLaren, we never saw that thing in the past 8 years. We never saw it when we talk to them. Say, oh, it is not a political state. No, there was a mention of a put in place during the past 6 years. You see, hospital was teaching your life all in the country. You see, that was pay essentially to get out to what to patient. Now the administration. They have to pray God. Seriously speaking.
You say what happening all over the country?
Hospital was teaching the last thing.
But hospitals are always being in the counties.
No, you are when Babalu or Fefe, a gigantic structure of Embryo Hospital.
Yeah, we are administration build the Embryo Hospital in the Babel.
Come again?
I said yes, we are administration build a hospital in Babel.
Thank you. No, what I'm saying is mention a point of places because I want to debate on JFK.
Okay, but you are creating an impression that was not correct. That's why I'm trying to correct you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Okay, my name is Orange Baba Singh. I call him a Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what the police. They want to get help different in the jobs there. Because
why you ask?
Yeah, we are living in Ghana, so when you come somewhere around the New Jordan Junction.
Yeah.
Yeah, right by the New Jordan Junction, they get 30 cap.
Somebody was telling me they around New Jordan Junction, they get one police depot, right behind the depot, they selling drugs.
Right by the depot, Piso, when you come there, selling drugs. You can see the beginner all around it, who's taking drugs. Then you have police depot, you have police station, you have everything right down there. Then we go somewhere around the Banana Junction again. Another area again, where you got to PSU manager be on the road. Right by the road when you go inside or telephone there. They got another area there again, they can sell drugs, my man. So I know, that very time the police can say to grade the people all, I know.
Okay, let me take a call from outside Liberia. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm okay. It was a great honor to see you and Chokon when I was in Liberia.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
We too were very happy to see you. You always call from Brussels. We're happy to really see you here. Yeah, thank you for the visit.
Thank you so much. I was so honored. Clarence, you said it all this morning. And you know, I'm a supporter of this government, but unfortunately, I cannot continue to support this government while I see our people are living in hardship. I'm just from the country, so I've seen it all. So I want to call on the Baka government to try and do everything they can do to better the life of the Liberian people. Stop shifting blame, because this is the reason why the Liberian people elected you. They saw the damage that CDC did to the country, and they say, okay, Unity Party is going to be the best to turn things around and make things happen. But we cannot continue like this.
When you say CDC damaged the country, what do you mean?
In terms of everything, during the CDC government, we saw rampant corruption. We saw them looting our state cover. We saw things were not working because the international community did not trust the CDC-led government to work with them. As a result, our people were suffering.
Most of those things have always been allegations. Some of these people are in court. They have not been convicted. Those allegations will always be there.
It's not allegation, and Clarence. If you say so, then I will doubt you a little bit.
Go ahead. You have the right.
Seen for the past, you have seen for the past days. You have seen for the past days how many CDC former officials have come out publicly to speak about some of the ill things that had happened during the government. These are high-ranking.
Oh, a local call is interrupting. I will not. She stayed there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an allegation. Their testament is a living witness to the corruption that went on in CDC government. So it's not an allegation. The
people who are being accused could also come out too and say everything the other person saying a lie, and they will say the other person even didn't want to. The reason why I'm saying those things is that look. You will say your own, I can't say my own. The other person can't say their own, the other person can't say their own.
Facts are there.
Where are the facts? Hello? Where are the facts?
The records, okay, I want to give you an example. For me, in my case, I had a dealing with CDC. Mm-hmm. Because I decided, people were saying, oh, the opposition are so hateful, they are this and that, they don't want to give the government.
Oh, my people, you let our sister to conclude, man.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You are there. Just conclude quickly. Just conclude quickly.
Who could have helped to turn the country around with agriculture? But what did the CDC-led government do? They drove those investors away, tried to extort money from them.
Okay, my sister. Thank you so much. Let's do the conversation like that. Hello. Why are you laughing, my friend? Just call your name. Let's go ahead. Don't start the plow soon, I beg you.
I'm making plow, I'm not making plow.
Eric, go ahead. Boy, you laughing? What are you laughing for? When somebody start laughing, they come in with plow now.
Not plow. You see, the point I want to make to her is that you empower now all those corrupt people, persecute them. All the killing that went on during George Weah time, go after them. You have the police, you have all the security apparatus with you. Go after those people. Stop the excuses. Let's get to the issue. On the CCTV camera, Clarence.
Mm-hmm.
Did I call my name?
You did. You said Eric Baye.
Thank you. I'm D. Eric Baye. Normally you don't call my D. I have issue with. We'll talk about it another time.
What is D? What is the D?
We'll talk about that.
No, you say I can call it, so I can be calling it. I'm not here to be saying D. What is D? What is the D?
So on the issue of the camera, Clarence, like I posted yesterday, in most criminal cases, evidence are provided to the court, the prosecutor, or other people. In this case, now I say most before someone can say everybody say so in other cases things happen. Now in this case, the police chose to put the evidence that they have to the public. Today, the public is interpreting it the way we want to interpret because we are the judges right now. And how I see it, don't we have right to interpret it the way we are interpreting it?
Well, like I said, everybody can discuss it.
Thank you. If you look at the video, there's a laptop sitting on the desk of the lady. There's another face into it. Who's that person? Is it the person that was doing the recording? Is it that? Why is the video shaking the way it is shaking? Is it that someone did the recording and not the CCTV?
If you are a professional in that area, what do you think? I'm saying if, because to be questioning something, maybe you got leading you got margin authority over certain things. What did you know? What did you
Take
notice?
for example, I used to be an investigator.
Wow.
In fact, right now I am, because I got a group I work at volunteering with right now, and to curb this kind of a situation, the way you put the video in the public, you have to clear to the public now as to how this man enter and what of you. Because take it this way, who the robber will forget about the tellers that got all the money behind him and goes into an office to a lady that he knows.
Now let me ask you a question, Eric.
Go ahead.
Do you know what the guy deny the video or any involvement in what he's being accused of?
Say that again. I don't understand what you mean.
Do you know whether the guy denied that video or any involvement in what he's being accused of?
No. To be truthful, no. I have not spoken with him.
I'm asking because if this guy complied with police investigation, if he was acquainted with his rights, if he explained his side of the story and based on that he was charged, what are we debating?
So, by you, when the whole thing started, there were people who said they spoke with him. Am I clear?
You are right.
Now there are people who said they spoke with him. He gave a version of the story that trended on the social media. Now, LMP has given their version of the story, and you see too many complications in the video. That's what I said. What will happen had the LMP just done their investigation, inform charges made for armed robbery, and send the whatever evidence to the court that is clubbed with the authority to investigate or evaluate or weigh evidence that is presented before it. What will happen? But you came yesterday because you wanted to prove something, and that's what I wanted. Of all the bad things that are happening, they play the King George killing in other places. This was the faster investigation we have seen. There are other cases today all around the place. The police cannot give us any findings of their investigation. But this one, they ran with it, and we're seeing a lot of questionable things within the video.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. That the police has been slow in other investigations does not negate the fact that they can be fast in the one. Remember, the guy was arrested in Plainview. Eric, even though I'm now a security person, you the security guy. You say you security guy, no problem. But the guy was arrested in Plainview, so it made it easier for the police to make a determination in the matter, my friend, in my opinion. Let's get you. Hello. Good morning. We are waiting our guests. By the time they are ready, we'll take them. Hello.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
I've been long. I must see you sometime last week. I'm John V. Farmer. Calling from.
the man left from opposition, the man in the government. My man, when you see the John Farmer man, you see the man knows. The man knows will tell you that the ball. See the man's stomach.
Nothing doing.
Go ahead.
The man try to manage me in the proper way.
Man, you're working, man.
My morning greetings to Fasu and every one of the people I work with, including my man Julius there. Yeah, Clarence, I've been following closely. Although you don't want to invite me, but I know I will come one of these days. Before I go follow, let me speak to the speaker.
Take my giant to force me to invite you.
Yeah, let me speak to the speaker. Honorable Speaker of Virginia, good morning. Thank you for our market rule for the late development you just took over just a few days ago. Yeah, also thank you for the ban stuff rule. All right, quickly to the issue, Clarence. My issue here is, my concern I want to speak about is the issue of the drugs. Yeah, actually I must commend the government highly for the level of work with the issue of the drugs. I like the step everybody took. But the next thing is that we just need to do additional things. And the additional thing we need to do as a government, as a citizen, as I said, we need our own task force in the various communities, and we need to work with the community chairman so to see how best the issue of these drugs can come to a halt.
Thank you. Let me take Francis Mensah from outside the country. Then I will take Representative Yeke. Call back quickly and take our guest because Yeke was calling. Francis, let's hear you. Where are you? Germany or where?
Hi, Clarence. I'm in Stockholm, Sweden. Look, I called to to give an input on what it's what.
I know a local call is interrupting. Charlie, you're with more. Yeah, Francis.
Tendency. Yeah, Liberians have the tendency to be experts in all subject matters. It's visible that I knew Embry was a kid in Singa going to Don Bosco school. Look, the man clearly went in there with an arm. You could see the assault on the lady. And I don't know why people try to question the video, CCTV. It's shaking. They will give the police a chance. The politics are turning everything into Liberia, have polarized the society that look. You cannot come up with anything substantive. So look, that's public disease. I know that they're always in the code of public opinion. Look, but let them give the process a chance. For God's sake, once, let put politics aside. I know Amber. I knew you were a little boy. I knew you from Singa. You went to Don Bosco school. But it does not negate the fact that he committed a crime.
Okay,
Francis. And people questioning what the video is. And I know who took the video from which angle. So thank you, Clarence, and hope to talk to you soon.
I know, Francis. Thank you. Our guests are here from the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. They say they come and make us smile. I think they want to make a big pronouncement. And I don't know. I'm just speculating. Well, people can't say water bill gone up. People you can say I lie. But I will talk to them very shortly. Out of courtesy, I had to take Representative Yeke Kolua because he was on my line. Yeke, good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, Yeke.
Good morning to your listeners.
Good morning, Yeke.
Clarence, I just called to make my input on the drugs issue.
Okay, Yeke.
Look, when you want to fight drugs, you have to be very, very plain with the Liberian people.
Yeah.
We cannot have people selling drugs at the police station. Then you say you are fighting drugs. Come to the Orovata, Clarence. You see the police station right there, and people are doing drugs there.
The last time I saw you were with some community member almost practically running behind people in the market for drugs.
Because the community people have gone to the police station, the road, the justice minister, the marketeers, especially simply all the people that own the market, have gone to the police station, rating the police, rating the justice ministry, and they got tired. So I decided that our people need to be safe in Oro Market. That is why you saw me. I was in the market and trying to bring, trying to make our people to be okay. And you know what happened, Clarence? The police said if something was going to happen, any of the people that are going to hold me responsible for it, they were setting for me. And Clarence, I can assure you that the next time the people go in the market, I'm not going to do anything because I'm not a police officer.
Okay, yeah.
Not the first
I think we'll find time to bring you. But just before you go, I reached out to the police. I was concerned about your car issue. Yesterday, I reached out to the police, and they told me that they suspended several of their officers and that you can go and get your car. But so I was concerned. But I said, so who's going to pay for the damage? But I didn't get a response to that question.
Clarence, and let me just say this for the public. The police have refused for me to sign for my car. Serena C for my councilor, Serena C for myself were there yesterday.
No, they say your car there, you can sign for it. That's what that impression they gave me.
Okay, so I will be going there today along with Councillor C4, like you said.
Yeah.
Then please send your reporter there and see if I will sign for my car.
Yeah, when you go in there, when you go in there, let me know. Because they said, but you get car here, he can come take a car, he sign for it. Nobody holding the car. That was what they told me.
Why they refuse to send the case to court? Have you asked them why they refuse to send my car case to court since 7 months?
I didn't ask that because they said they suspended almost all the officers. But we can talk about that.
That's not an issue.
Okay, yeah, okay. Thank you.
So when I'm going there, I will call you. Since you said they say I should go there.
Yeah.
I will be going there the morning. I will inform my councillor.
Thank you.
When I'm going there, I will call you to send your reporter. Let me see if I will sign for my car.
Okay,
because
yeah,
I want to go civilly.
Thank you. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you.
Yes, because I was concerned about the car issue. It being a long time, I reached out. That was what they told me, that the car is here. We're not stopping Yeke from signing for his car. We have our friends here from the LWSC, Madam Jenny Love Brople, Deputy Managing Director for Marketing, Wadi Habab. I hope I'm correct. I don't let them miss people's names. Marketing Manager, and my friend is here, Nathan Tor. He's responsible for communication. So we'll just start from right here. The Madam will introduce herself. We'll go around the table. Good morning to all of you. Madam, good morning. Let's hear you. What's your name? What is it? Okay. All right, maybe we can start from outside. Yeah, just introduce yourself. Let the people know.
Well, you've done the introduction already, but so I'll do it for myself. My name is Nimson Todd, and I sit at the LWSC in the Office of Public Relations and Media Services.
You manage public relations there. You're not sitting there. You be man. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
My name is Janice Love Brooklyn.
You want pull the mic over to you?
Okay, thank you. Good morning. My name is Janice Love Brooklyn, and I'm the Deputy Managing Director for Sales and Marketing at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is Wade N. Habad, the Marketing Manager of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation.
Okay, Janice. How is LWSC, Janice? How are things? How is everything over there?
Things are coming on good. It's not where we wanted to be, but it's not where we made it.
You're trying.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it as far as public relations is concerned? Are we grasping your messages? Do we have an appreciation of the work the LWSC is doing through your office?
Absolutely. And what is even key now is that we are doing public relations easily now. You know, there's a time when you have to do hard PR or difficult PR, and there's also a time you do a very easy PR. So now that all of the works at the corporation are visible to the public, and there aren't much news of negativity, because people see what we are doing, our job is kind of easy now. And yes, there is an appreciation from the public because everyone who follows either the media or our page, they have a gist of what we are into. We try to provide as much as we can all of the detailed positivities at the entity.
Okay. Madam, how about as far as marketing is concerned, what do you say? Are there progress? Are you trying?
Yes, and that is why we are here. We are progressing gradually, and so and one of these ways is by being at the station so that our Liberian people can know what water and sewer is really doing and what we are up to.
Okay, so let's go back to your boss lady. Janice, tell us, why are you here?
Okay, so like you said, we have some good news for the Liberian people. So a couple of months back, I think it was in
Jenny,
March.
I want you to draw to that mass more because they knew you are hearing our good news. Yeah.
So a couple of months back, in
good.
March, we were here on the evening show, and we announced to our people that we had a 50% waiver for water only. That ran from March 24th to June 24th in 2025.
Yeah.
So we went back.
What does that mean? 50% waiver.
Yes.
Let's be practical.
We met a clientele of people that had a lot of arrears, around 15,000 customers that had really huge arrears, and we sat as a management team and came up with some suggestion that we projected to the board of directors, and they signed it and agreed that we should have that waiver for the period from March to June of 2025. So when that waiver ended, it was 50% of your water bill as of 2023. So whatever bill you've accumulated from your start with water and sewer till December 2023, we gave you a 50% waiver. So after that waiver, we went back, did an analysis, and saw the numbers, and we were satisfied that we're making progress and the intake was good. But we look at the time period that we tested it for, it was short. We went back to the board again and said, can we try this for the second time? Fortunately for us, the board agreed to give us, to allow us to do a 50% waiver from July 10, 2025 to January 10, 2026. But then there was another big one they added, which is the sewer bill. So now we have a 25% waiver on sewer bill. So whatever bill you've accumulated from the start of water and sewer up to 2023 December, just come at our offices. That bill will be divided into two. You pay your portion. Once your 50% is clear, then the Water and Sewer Corporation do what we call a credit adjustment to your account, and then we give you a 50% waiver.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at the moment, beginning last month, July, up to January of next year,
yes,
you've done another waiver.
Yes.
50%, meaning if I've been owing the LWSC maybe $100,
yes,
that 50 I will pay.
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
For water.
For water.
And if that $100 is your bill as of December 31st, 2023.
Okay.
Yes. So anything
No,
after.
I'm talking about the current.
Okay, so from 2024 when we took over up to now, our services have been regular.
Okay.
So we can't give you a waiver on the services that we've been providing regularly. In the past, most of our clients, what brought about the waiver, maybe
They were complaining.
I give you the background to that.
Please.
A lot of clients will come to us and say, hey, I wasn't receiving water, my sewer lines were broken, and there have been too many complaints. I, in particular, received that complaint in my division every day. So that's how we came to the agreement of proposing to the board to do a waiver for our customers, because we love them, we want to serve them and serve them right.
Janice, I hope I want to get something clear. I hope I'm not a cause. So did I also hear you saying, as of July, which was last month,
yes,
up to next year January,
yes,
you have an approval from your board for another waiver? Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay,
So
that's the point.
we have a copy of the board approval here.
Okay, and this time it's not just for water; it's for sewer.
Yes,
the
so it's 50% for
For water?
water and 25% for sewer.
Okay. Wow, that's good. Madam, you want to add up to your boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what brought about this whole stuff is management noticed that the first waiver, there was not much publicity, there was not much awareness, so most of our customers were not informed to take advantage of the waiver, the first, that is from May to June. So with this second waiver, management decided to put, for us to marketing department to put more emphasis on more time so that we can have a lot of people coming in and benefiting from the waiver. And so from the marketing arm, we as the team in marketing, along with management, we want to make sure that all of our customers are fully informed so that they can benefit from this 50% and 25% waiver. And that is why, Clarence, we are here to let the public know that it's an opportunity given to them now to clear the arrears or settle the area that they have in the past.
Exactly. Nipsey, you have a lot of job. With the disclosure, with the mandate from the board, you have a lot of job to amplify this thing, and I don't know. What do you think?
Well, so our being here today is one of the several activities that we have earmarked to ensure that we can have an adequate awareness on the campaign. Like Mrs. Haba said, well, there weren't much, publicity done with the first campaign. So now we intend to go to roll out an effective and a robust, strategy. So we begin with OGFM today, and we have a series of other stations lined up for appearances. We are going to engage all of our customers at the various community levels because, the service zones of the corporation encompasses the customers. So we have to get out to them with our megaphones and all other, strategies and materials, PR materials that will help to inform them about this campaign. Because, Clarence, one of the major things this campaign does is that it gives hope to our customers. For some reasons, many persons who may be, quote unquote, heavily indebted to the corporation in service bill, without a desire to leave the service, because they were unable to clear the arrears, some of them got disconnected, and some of them, just left the service. They may have the water at the premises, but they're not using it anymore because of fear that they have accrued, a huge bill all the time.
Yeah.
So now, this campaign gives them hope of returning to a very safe and affordable water source, because it is unarguable. Water and sewer provides the best quality water. So they will have to now leave those unsafe sources which they were compelled to go to because of huge bills, and now come back to a safe source after they can, after they have made payments of a huge reduction, 50% reduction specifically in our water bills. So it's a good, campaign, and like I say, it provides real, serious hope for our people.
Okay, Janice, what's your experience, especially in your department, because most of the things on your head, the first pronouncement, the first approval that the board gave you for the waiver, did people come to really, settle some of their arrears?
Yes, so we had people coming in, but like my two colleagues said, there wasn't much awareness done, and also the time frame was short. So for me, I think it was a testing process or pilot, and then when we piloted that, we saw that people were interested, but then the time frame, people have to gather the funds, get it together, and come to the office. So that's why we decided, okay, since we didn't have much people, but when we did the analysis, we read the numbers, and you can see that if you extend this, you're going to go somewhere. So that's why I pushed us to push the board for the second one.
I'm owing water and sewer a lot of money. Let's say maybe $3,000, for example, right? And you've introduced another stage of the waiver, which is very good. So out of that 3,000, meaning I'm supposed to pay 1,500 by a new waiver. So can I come to your office and say, look, Madam Deputy DG for marketing, look, by a new waiver, I'm supposed to pay 1,500. I ain't get that 1,500 now. I got $300. I want pay on the spot. Then we can do a small payment plan of how I can be paying the balance money. Will you agree to that, and will I still be getting my water?
Yes. So here is it. When you're in that situation and you don't have the money in full, you don't have to come and bring the money in full. What you do is you come and tell us, give us the story, we put you on our payment plan, and you keep paying. But mind you, you have to pay that money and finish by January 10, 2026.
Yeah, next year.
Yes. So the minute you're done, then we go ahead and institute our own waiver. Another point I want to add to that is, if you've benefited from the waiver before, like for water, because the first time we did for only water, you cannot benefit again.
Oh, okay. We can keep giving you waiver.
We can keep giving you waiver. So if you benefited, because we have a system.
It was good you make it clear.
Yeah, we have a system.
You made it clear. Other than that, I'll say, but it is waiver or waiver.
Yeah, we have a system and it tells. So if you come.
Oh, no way to do. You
can't bypass the system, especially now with Janice looking at the system. So once you come, we look at the system that you've benefited, you can benefit again. And one of the people that really had issues, right? So we have this scenario wherein we have customers. Take for example, you are OKFM. You took this building in 2024, and then you met arrears on this building. But by law, the arrear is on the property and not on the individual. So when you come now as OKFM to take this building, that's where the commotion come in. People be like, oh, water and sewer I can pay, and
I just come in.
So all of these things gathered together are the reasons why we decided, okay, let's propose something to the board and see how we can help our customers.
Well, that was good. She's Janice Love Bropler, Deputy Managing Director for Sales and Marketing. She's here with Wadid Habab and Nipson Tor. 50% waiver for water, and for the sewage, 25% approval from the board. But listen, they say, if you benefited the full waiver, give other people a chance. So if you benefited the full waiver, you're not going to benefit this one. If you have not benefited before, you owe the LWSC too much. Don't get afraid. Payment plan. Go there, give some money. They will tell you, they will guide you. But she say you must have paid all you owe them before the last day in January next year. For me, that's a long time, right?
No, it's not the last day in January.
The
January
first day.
10.
January 10.
Yes.
January
10.
January 10 next year, you must have paid from so imagine from July
10
all the way to January 10.
Yeah, that's 6 months.
August, September, October, November, December. I think they're trying to encourage all of you to stay on with them, but at the same time pay them. But at the same time, they want to understand that you will not have the money to pay all of the time. And sometimes when you see some of the water bill in some of the places, it's small money, small money. So that whole year, some people, not too much, small money, but it's good. So let's open the lines and let's hear from you. Do you owe them? Do you want to pay? Is it a good idea? Are you encouraging people who owe to pay? 50% waiver in the water category, sewage, 25% waiver. 0777 700 995 555 995 995. Water and sewer say they're waiving. But If you benefited before, you're not benefiting this one. My brother, what's up?
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Daniel Feli, and I call you from the first class driving school on the second road.
Okay, Daniel.
Well, I want to appreciate your studio guests for coming in and to explain these things to us. And I want to also appreciate the Director General in person of Mo Ali. If this work that Mo Ali, doing, had he not done it, look, people who have had serious problem with him because the way the man can talk the thing and express his wisdom into it. So I want to be thankful to Mo Ali, at least for the job well done at that place. And how can we, some of us that don't have the line connecting to our houses, so how can we, get line?
Where do you live?
connecting?
Which community?
I live Barnaby Estate.
Okay, they'll respond to that. They'll respond to that. How are connections done? Hello?
Hey, Clarence Johnson, how you doing?
I'm good.
This is Teofilo Samuel Bando from Bioba.
Oh, Teofilo from Bioba.
Yeah.
Wow. Bioba. I have a special relationship with Bioba. But let's hear you, Teofilo.
Yeah. I want to thank you guys this morning. The boss there, Mo Ali, he's my mentor, actually. But, I want to be thankful to them for the work they do. The question to ask is the question the guy just asked. I live in Gator. I wanted to be connected, but I don't know the fair. I'm not in town right now. 3 months in, and my wife is there. I wanted to get connected, but I don't know the process, so I get the explanation that I can guide her through the process to get to the office and be connected. I read in Gator.
Oro
is right around my place.
Oro Gator. Okay, all right, my brother. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, hello. Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Nancy Fuletario.
Okay.
Employee of the Labor Water Corporation.
Okay.
Meter reader to be specific.
Meter reader.
Let me appreciate my bosses in studio, with especially our hard working for, Mistress Chinese Love Hopeless and Mr. Father.
Unfortunately, you're coming in broken, brother.
Hello, you got me? Hello?
Yeah, I think you're okay now.
Yes, let me appreciate them for the 50% waiver on water and that of sewer 25%. And that's a good idea because most of our customers, most especially when it comes to the sewer, some of them are owing huge amount of money doing past administration, and then they asking whether the sewer will come in with a waiver. And I think that's a good idea, and also they will be encouraged to do their payment, and then furthermore, our corporation will move forward. And once again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's get you here. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah?
My name is Tito Davis.
Yeah?
And I'm calling from Banosville.
Yeah?
So I have a few concerns. First, I was one of the customers that have paid for my meter. Probably maybe 1 or 2 years now. And I travel. When I came back, I went to the office to pay some arrears, which of course I did. But as of that day up to now, I have not received my meter. Imagine I've been here like maybe 3 months or 6.
You pay for your meter, you have not gotten it yet?
Long time ago.
Okay.
I've been to the office, I raised concern, I made palaver with almost every department I went to.
Okay.
Up to now, having here cutting the meter. Okay. Now, the second concern has to do with the waiver. I'm glad that even though I wanted to pay, but I'm also happy to be part of those that will be clearing the back or small to reduce some expenses.
Yeah,
so now I can wait of that too also.
Even though you get a meter, but at least you benefit the waiver. But you should have your meter. Thank you. The meter. All right, let me take another call. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
My name is Beatrice Reed. I'm calling from Nan Street.
Let's hear you.
My concern has to do with the water. They brought the water, and then after, I think 1 or 2 months, there was no water. Then they brought bill. The bill was $94.50. So then I called the customer service and I told them, I said, we are not been receiving water. But I told them, I said, I've been complaining to them. I said, we are not getting water. So I told them, I said, then how you would be $94.50 and we are not been getting water. So that's my concern.
Okay.
Concern two, it has to do with the meter. The meter has read and tell us how many gallons of water we use every day. But every time they will bring $32, $33, and I could take them. So that I call to find out from them so that they tell me where is the thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me get two more, then we'll go to them. Yeah, that's why I open the line sooner so they can get a lot of concerns. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, Big Brother Clarence. Let me take this time to appreciate the various intellectuals in studio. Big Brother Clarence, no.
Call your name.
Okay. But Big Brother, I think the voice is not strange, but by the way, the name remains Fofana S. Cabinet, a member of the rescue regime. Big Brother, no, I don't know why Liberians are not grateful to this regime. Big Brother Clarence, when they regime just take over, if you go into the sense of LWSC, if you could have seen in that sense, right? That sense that were home of living creatures, I mean fearful creatures like snakes.
That's not true. No,
Okay,
no time did we ever hear that snake or LWSC compound. Don't do that.
Big Brother,
Don't do that. No, you come in. Don't do that. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Let me let you go. Let me get to the pro to start. Let me take another caller. Don't be doing no kind of thing. It's not true. Hello.
That is the reason why Clarence Jackson, you will always be one of the best journalists in our country. You bring about what we talk about, the ABC journalism, where the C has to be credible. I love the way you just challenge that young man. A lot of journalists don't do that. Having said that, let me say good morning, Clarence, and good morning to your studio guest. This is Joseph Blake.
Okay. Blake.
I want to use this time to just be appreciative to the Water Isuwa family, especially to their MD Mo Ali, who happened to be a very young man, but then outstood in his performance. I just have a concern. I'm jealous because you took water all the way to Bapolu in March. My concern, I know you just launched the 5 years plan. Do you have any plan to extend to Margibi so that we that are on this other side can also enjoy the explicit work that you are doing at Water Institute? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not taking no more call. Let me go back to Janice and her team to begin to respond to some of your concerns. Yep.
Okay, Clarence. So we're gonna say first thank you to the callers, and their concerns are valid. So the first concern was about how you get connected. Wherever you are, we have booster stations all around, including our head office. So we have a booster station at GSA, where you have the GSA fence. Once you get there, they will take you to the other office up the Rock Hill. We have one station at Soul Clinic up the hill. We have one at New Georgia, around the New Georgia Gulf. We have one at Fiamma. Fiamma is our second station. We have one at Fish Market, where they have the water gantry. We have one at Carwell Junction. So at every booster or our head office, you can just walk into customer service, grab a form, fill it out, return it with all the necessary documents, and then your connection process starts right there. So from the time you pick up the form, drop it. Once you drop the form, up to the time your connection is done is between 7 to 14 days. So that's the process of connection. The next one is about the meter. I had it written down to say just before the show end that we are currently having around 5,000 meters in town, the postpaid meters, and we began installation as of last week. So we mapped all our customers who had been unmetered, because one of the things we met as a management team was a whole lot of unmetered customers that they didn't have their meter but they've paid, and we've made sure that we have meter in the country to meter these customers. So keep your lines open. Please keep reading your text messages. You will get somebody to call you or text you if you can get you by phone to let you know when your meter installation will be done. And somebody mentioned about receiving bill and you did not receive water. So this is something that comes every day. Like we receive this complaint every day. And what people fail to realize is that once you have an arrear, we give you bill every month. Because you have an arrear, every month will remind you that this is what you owe water and sewer. Even if you did not receive water, we'll still bring your past bill to you.
Okay.
And for the last, over the last 17 months, all of the months that we have not given our customers water, those months we've waived it. So it's not like a general waiver that will come on the public and say, but in our system, we do what we call a credit adjustment for those months. I remember the last one we did was this May. For the entire May, we had 2 major ruptures, and then we did credit adjustment on all of our customers' account, especially people that are unmetered. Because the unmetered people, the 2 days or 3 days that the water will come in a month, you will not know because you don't have a meter. But the meter ones, you can't say you did not receive water when your meter reading has changed from the last meter reading. Wow. So for the unmetered customers, we do a credit adjustment every time we don't provide water, and we have those information at all of our offices that we usually give to our clients. And the last question is about water reaching to Marshall.
Yeah. So
that is in our 5-year plan. So before then, water and sewer had water up until the EBK barrack. But due to the road construction, some of the pipes have been removed. But there are modalities in place to replace those pipes and even take our water as far as RIA and now moving to other counties. For the meter also, we have something now called prepaid meter. Okay. The same way you go to LEC, you buy a token, you put your token in your meter and get LEC. Now we have prepaid meter for water. So we've installed prepaid meter to almost around 300 customers already, and it's still ongoing because it's something that's new. So we don't want to rush in the market with it. We're taking our time to make sure our customers understand the benefits of having a prepaid meter. It's really good. Same like LEC. The only downside to it is if you don't refill, you might probably be taking a shower and your water turns off, and then you have
to, LEC.
Yeah, you have to go back to status quo. But it's also a good thing to do, because what it does for you, it makes you accountable. You know how to calculate your water usage and all of that, unlike the post-pay mechanical meter.
Anybody else want to add to anything she said from any of the concerns? Tor, Madam Habab?
Well, I think my boss said all. She said just everything right. That's how it goes.
For me, I think just to the last caller said he anticipated paying his bill, but he will wait since for the campaign. I think he needs not to wait because the campaign is already on. It began July 10th, so he can now come to make or to take advantage of this campaign. He needs not to wait anymore. The campaign is already on.
Okay. Yeah. Kenneth, did I hear you say some meters will be in the country or are here?
Postpaid meters, we have 5,000 in the country now.
Okay.
And we're currently installing them.
Okay. Yeah. Did you talk about the other guy from King George talk about connection that he's in the Gate Town, water right near him? What do you want him to do? Come to the office?
So, yeah, he can just come to one of our offices. He doesn't have to come to the head office. He can start either at Gantry or at Fiamma. He will get the form.
So let me take another round of calls. 0777-700-995. They've answered the first batch of questions, and I thought it was important for you to interact again. 0555-995-995. Let's take another call. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Kiwo.
Okay.
I would like to get connected aluminum factory. How will I do it?
Okay, thank you. Aluminum factory. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, Biba Clarence. And good morning to your fellow guests for their operating thought. and discussion on our beloved country. For the recognition for the public. A pocket robot.
Yeah.
And I join you this morning from unknown destinations. Big Clarence, I listened attentively to your studio guests, and they elaborated very well. But what happened is, some of the places that they carry their water, let's say the water of assets or accesses, they prepare actually up to now a lack of water. The water will go there for 2 days, and later on it has been cut off, and the people even crying to that particular destination. That it better it should have been before than the way it's looking now. So what they get to say to water, or even more especially to the MP, Mo Ali, Wapolu. You go there, people give their land, all of their resources that can benefit on. The cassava, the elo, they break everything down. Only because they feel that water was coming to their person. But up to now, our people is lack of water in a particular area. What does Mo Ali a long way people get to see about it?
Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Yeah, good morning.
To the peace-loving people of Liberia. My name is Enene Gensa, and I join you from a Logina resident. Let me say congratulations to my sister in studio. We all grew up in Logina, but that is not an issue. Clarence, why will you bash on a young man who said the water and sewer bidding at the time? It was an error or
because he was lying. Because I went to that place many times. There were no chief. 1 minute, chief.
Yes,
Grass were not all in our fence to the extent that when you get there, snake were all over the place. You don't do that. Don't do that. Listen, the same thing. Listen. Let me tell you something. The same thing other people will do. Whenever people leave from, and sometimes I get nervous about the kind of Liberian way. You know, when people leave, trust me, all the work these people think they're doing and they do it.
No.
When they leave, don't say no. Other people will come and say, hey, we made a broken plate, we made this. So that's why I like people who say, look, the people who took after from, they did what they could do. We are here to do what we will do. Simple. No snake or anywhere. Say what you want to say. Let's forget about that snake story.
Don't exacerbate the argument from the young man end. But what I'm saying to you, brother,
I am not chief. 1 minute. I am not exacerbating anything. I'm just putting you on the spot because you were lying. That's the truth.
No, that's one side of the story. But I personally went at the water and sewer.
Did you see snake there? What you saw there? You saw snake?
Not particularly snake, because he tried to exacerbate the argument. But to tell you for a fact, Clarence, that play was completely odd. Completely odd. Today, if you go at the water and sewer, you will see a serious transformation at the water and sewer.
Okay, Chief. Thank you, yeah? Let me take another person. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Benin Sengwe, and I'm calling you from the Slavewood Current community.
Yeah, Ben.
And I'm calling as the vice chairman of the community.
Okay.
The last time we have a plan to write water and sewer, because we have that point passing right through our community, and we are not benefiting from the water. So we got in contact with some guys. They say they're from the marketing department. They came and did assessment. I think they say our land was plugged or something, but they're going back to the office to get back to us. Since then, they have not gotten back to us.
Okay.
So we want to officially write water and sewer, where we want to invite them into the community to do full assessment and see how best we can get connected.
You say Slipway, right?
Yeah, Slipway Crying Community. A lot of people need water. Like during dry season, it becomes very chaotic for people to get water there. And we have only water here at the entrance of Slipway when you're entering. We really want to get in connection, collaboration with water and sewer, and see how they can help us to make that kind of unique center like the way they did in the counties around here, that they had a kiosk up and all of that. So,
okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
I'm Fencing J calling from Pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know if you want meter, how much it costs to get meter from water and sewer?
Okay, meter. The price of a meter. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you on, brother. Sorry, you're not ready. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
My name is Esther Williams, calling from this way.
Okay, Esther.
Thank you. Please ask your guest what happened to her without in this way. We don't benefit.
You can get water.
Yes.
All right, Dixville. All right. Jenny, the people asking you. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Clarence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm Elijah I'll call on GSA Road.
Okay.
Okay. So let me tell you, studio guys, thank you, but I have serious problem with the way they monitor their zero point.
Okay.
You know, Clarence, I live GSA Road on Zina Hill. When you leave the quota after the car wash, you got in the community right there. That point can pour for a whole week. The water will waste. Hey, those who live there, I know the water going on out here, or who take responsibility of the water that waste there. But they will never come onto that water. Maybe it can get dry in the pot, then it go down by itself. So you have an institution that nobody is monitoring around, and every little thing they have, they just waste water, just wasting around in the community. I really want them to move there and see where that pot have the problem so they can work on it.
Zina Hill Community, GSRO. Hello? Yeah?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Final caller.
Good morning. My name is Kadiatu. I'm calling from Kem Johnson Road, Kadiatu, Masale.
Okay, Kadiatu, Kem Johnson Road. Let's hear you.
Yeah, so like the LEC, like rural water and sewer has a huge potential for revenue generation. But I think the issue is customer service.
Okay.
Normally, the guys that they have on the field, they have all the worst service that you can render. 3 months ago, like precisely in April, I applied to the Labrador Water and Sewer for water at my residence on Kem Johnson Road. They came in, they did the assessment, and then everything they asked us to get it. And they did that connection. The board tried to convince me that because they're not pumping water at Kem Johnson Road, so that's the reason I didn't get water. I kept complaining, and even up to yesterday, I had a discussion with the commercial manager. They sent another person, and then he said I had to rebuy all the material. So I'm even planning to write the water and sewer, water and sewer to reform my money because I cannot go through that.
Okay.
People should learn to be professional on their job and start stressing other people. We want service, and we're waiting to pay. But the services are not being provided by the Labrador Water and Sewer, and then giving people bills. So I don't understand. How then can we pay?
Okay. The right people are here. So we're not taking any more call with like 8 minutes to go. We'll go back to Janice and the team there. Yeah?
So let me comment on the first caller, D-Ward, who asked like she wants to get connected. For her, as my boss earlier said, we have our third office. So where D-Ward live, the New Georgia is closer to her. She can go to the New Georgia office around the curve and ask for the customer service area. We got our team who will be able to talk to her, get her application form. She can fill the application form. And then we will have our assessment team from the technical side calling her to come and do her assessment as to what she would need to get water. Or better still, we have our customer service hotline number that she can call to get more information. We have the short code, which is a 5972. This is orange. And also we have 0777 464171. We also have the Loon Star 088 661677, and then 08866172000. So our callers can use our hotline number when they have any problem or any issue and talk to our trained customers customer service representative.
Okay, Janice.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Harper. So a customer called about Bapolu, and I think this Bapolu thing has become more political than the benefits that it presents to the people. The first thing that I want to say here is that no water and sewer service is free. And we need to get that clear to our people, whether you're in Grand Crew, where I'm coming from, or you're in Bapolu, or you're in Nimba. Everywhere we have our services, they are paid for. The narrative about water not being Bapolu is solely the fact that people have the mindset that the water that was going to Bapolu was going to be free. The services that we provide are not free, and we pay money to install these services. The issue we had in Bapolu was that people thought the water was free and they don't want to pay. Now you have to pay a small fee, a very minimal fee, because most of the homes there, they don't have the inside connection. They have to go to the kiosk, and when you get to the kiosk, there is someone who manages the kiosk that has to get paid, and you have to pay that person in order for us to treat the water, keep the system functional, also pay the people that work there. So we have water in Bapolu currently running, and I want to say that whatever that information is coming from, I think that person should go to Bapolu now and check the system and see for themselves. Yeah. So for the slipway people, I like the fact that he said he would write, because most times our communities do. They write to us and we send our marketing team along with our technical service team in the field for what we call a community assessment. So when they do go there and do the community assessment, they come back and they feed the community with the information on how they can get connected, what pipes they need to buy. I would encourage our customers, if you live in a community where you don't have water, it's good to do it as a team, as a community, because it saves a lot of costs and then the turnaround time is faster. I heard he said they have a kiosk at the entrance of Slipway. We have rehabilitated a lot of kiosks in Central Monrovia. The last one we did was for one community called Makobeni. I think it's between Merklin Street, Benson Street. There's a whole place there. We just did a kiosk for them. Now it's running. They have water. So the people from Slipway, I encourage you to write. You can write the MD, or you can write my office, and then we can send the team there. So the price of meter is embedded into your registration cost. For family customers, once you come and get your form to register, is $70. In that $70, you have a meter that will be installed. For business customers, the price varies based on the type of meter, because some business customer has as big as 6-inch pipes, some have 4-inch, some even have as big as 8-inch pipes. So based on your pipe size, then we will give you the fee for business customers. Sina Hill, the monitoring of the pipe. This is one thing I always say. I think Liberians, we have to be our brother's keeper or our own keeper. Most of the times, our ruptures and pipes we have in the community that break is based on two things. One, either people from the community breaking the pipe, or trucks or cars passing over the pipes and breaking the pipes. We are a corporation, right? We are working to earn money for profit. That's why they say state-owned enterprise. If you will break the pipe every week and expect water and sewer to come and fix the pipe, then you're doing bad to the country than good. In my community, I had an experience like last month. Somebody went to pick coconut, and the coconut guy threw the coconut on the pipe. That water wasted for almost 2 hours until I got there. Nobody in the community, not even the guy who broke the pipe or the owner of the land where the coconut tree is, were able to buy a rubber to tie that pipe for like 2 hours. And if I just calculate how much water wasted in 2 hours from that pipe, that's a lot of money. I had to come there, stop there, send to buy a pipe, and make sure somebody was there to fix it. So when you see these things, please call us. But also as a community person, please ensure that when your cars or your community people break the pipe, you report it, or as a community, you try to do something about it. Wide intervention is on the way. The last lady from Ken Johnson Road, I'm sorry that she had this terrible experience. For the city reservoir, which is in Central Monrovia, Obduka, we have a schedule which we post on our Facebook and on our website every week about the schedule for pumping water in Central Monrovia. Also, some of the problems we've been having in Central Monrovia is that people have built on the lines. We can't get the water to our customers. But I don't know who's the commercial manager she spoke with, because commercial is what we call sales and marketing, and I didn't get any complaint yesterday. I was in office for more than 8 hours. But I will leave my number with you, Clarence, so she can call back and you can share with her. Let her call me directly and we can look into her case and see how we move from there.
Yeah, Nipsey, you want to wrap up?
Yes, I from my end. I just want to speak to the assertions made by two of your callers about cynic being our building during the past regime. Like you rightly stated, that is false. We at no time killed cynic in our building, except that, which is a reality, the place was grossly, profusely dilapidated, and it didn't even represent a corporate environment. And I think the callers' excitement stems from the point that they see that a massive transformation is now taking place at the institution. So, like the callers, all of us as employees are equally excited, but we should just mince our words and take time how we describe things that
Excitements are good, but when you make it look like snow or living with
Yeah.
people, then that's another thing altogether. Madam, how about your final message, Habib?
So let me say this to everybody that we are about to start our campaign. We are going to start from Central Morovia. We will take it to Sinker, we'll take it to Congleton, the Pinsway, the Bushwell Island. So be aware, the marketing team along with the PRO, we will jointly be there to help all of our customers be ready to benefit from the waiver.
Okay, Janice, let's finally hear you.
Yeah, so first I want to say thank you to OKFM. You always at our call. Every time we want to come, you're here. And I want to say thank you to our MD, Mr. Mo Ali, who's not in the country. He's on some work visit in South Africa. We want to say thank you for the hard work that he's carrying on along with us, his deputy, at the back of it all. And we want to say thank you to our customers. A really big thank you to our customers. Now that we have paying customers, we have active customers, and we have engaging customers. I like the fact that our customers are able to voice out their complaints, and we're able to listen and find solutions for them. So thank you. We are at your service. Our hotline are 5972 for Orange, and also for Lone Star. Can I have the Lone Star? Is long, so I can't have it off head. For Lone Star, where's our hotline? We'll find a hotline for Lone Star shortly. We'll leave it with Clarence.
Please, thank you.
For Orange, you can have the 5972 and call us anytime. You will get to us. Thank
Okay,
you.
3 officials from the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. It was a team headed by the Deputy Managing Director for Sales and Marketing, Janice Love Proplet. They've been here. Let's take a break. Grand Jida Representative Jeremiah Sokan will be here shortly. Grand Jury Representative Jeremiah Sokan will be here shortly. But coming up in a jiffy, we'll speak to Malcolm Joseph, the head of the Elections Coordinating Committee from Nima County, way there in Butuo. He's gone, heading a team to observe the process. Nimba District 5 goes to election today. Let's hope it's all peacefully. Like I said this morning, there was a whole county by-election for senator. It was relatively peaceful, and so there is absolutely no reason why the one for the House of Representatives will not be peaceful since it is a district election. But Malcolm is on this line, I'm sure, from Butuo. Good morning, Malcolm. How are you?
I'm good, Clarence. I'm doing very well this morning.
I know you are already on the field, Malcolm. What can you tell us firsthand about the ongoing elections in District Number 5? By the way, did you sleep in Butuo last night?
Yes, I slept in Butuo, and I'm currently in Butuo. Just returned from a nearby town called Buaple, and I'm back in Butuo, heading to another nearby town. But generally, the atmosphere is peaceful this morning. The voters are turning out. They are gradually turning out, and everything seems to be on course. The Elections Commission is fully present. Last evening, we engaged some of their staff, and polling started on time. The polling centers or precincts that we visited already, polling started on time, and the police presence is felt in all of the polling places that we've been to already.
Well, that's good. At least people are turning out, police presence, polling started on time, and all those kinds of things. Now, you slept in that place last evening. Butuo is one of the biggest towns in that district. Did you notice anything, probably maybe like a town crier going around telling people tomorrow you gotta go vote and all that kind of thing, you know?
No, I didn't notice anything of such, but the awareness exists. Last night, people that we engaged were all in readiness to cast their votes this morning.
Oh, wow. Malcolm, I'm coming. I gotta do this one here. It's Orange versus Lone Star, and so you can understand. I'm calling Malcolm right back. I'm sorry. Folks, I'm sorry. I'm calling Malcolm right back, and then we can have the conversation. This is the Morning Rush. We're still expecting Representative Jeremiah Sokan. He's somewhere around. He will soon be here, but we're trying to rejoin Malcolm Joseph, who's there, way there in Butuo, at head of a team to. Malcolm cannot be out of coverage area. I spoke to Malcolm. Okay, I got him back. Sorry, Malcolm. I was trying to call you. Call you back. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So you were talking about the awareness was already there. People were in high spirit as of last evening.
Yeah, sure. And we realized that most of the places that I visited this morning, not all of the candidates are the agents, the party agents present. But generally, there were some candidates that got across in terms of their representation. Their agents at the booth, vote, the NDC, the MDR, and two other independent candidates were common, but there are a few other candidates who never had a representative at the polls. So I just thought to flesh that out as well.
I know, Malcolm. You're very busy. Let me let you go. But what are you looking up for? The Elections Coordinating Committee, when you go to these places, what do you look up for?
Well, basically, we look out to ensure that the process is conducted in the atmosphere, a very peaceful atmosphere. We look forward to ensure that all of the rules that govern the election are adhered to, that the process is transparent, is open, and that security is guaranteed, that preferential treatments are given to the elderly, the physically challenged, breastfeeding mothers, the pregnant women, and what have you. So these are basically some of the things that we look out to ensure that we have a credible process.
Malcolm, thank you so much. We wish you well. Our lines are open. Let us know what we need to know and what the generality of our population will have to know from the District 5 election there in Buto. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Clarence. Definitely at the end of the day, in the next 1 or 2 days, we will come up with our observation report, which will give a clear picture as to what we've observed in this election.
Malcolm Joseph is the head of the Elections Coordinating Committee. He's on the line talking to me there from Buto in Electoral District number 5 in Nimba, where a by-election is currently taking place. In the afternoon, we'll continue to talk to Franklin Dolokwe. In the evening, a small team of probably 2 will be here to keep in touch with the guys from Buto. We're still waiting our guest. We hope he will be a very short. Okay, Representative Jeremiah Sokan is here. We'll talk to him very shortly. He's ambitious in attempting to electrify Zweju. We'll talk about that. Putu. What is it about Putu? Okay, we'll bring down the music, man. This song never gets old. If you keep struggling for so long, and there's nowhere to turn, just take it to the Lord in prayer. Representative Jeremiah Sokan is here. He's our guest this morning on the last segment. Chief, good morning to you. The last time we spoke was via phone. You were in Zweju doing your lightening of the city. Good morning. Thank you for coming, man.
Good morning, Piso. Let me say good morning to the management of this great institution, the OKFM. Let me say good morning to the people of Liberia. It is a pleasure actually being with you, as usual.
Happy post birthday. I'm told yesterday was your birthday along with Eugene Nangbe.
Yeah, yesterday, August 11 was my natal day, and it was a very, I say a day spent quietly with a lot of members from the constituencies, my friends, and it was spent well, quiet.
Spend it home?
Drama. Yes, I stay home. Didn't get out of the fence, the premises the entire day. So it was a wonderful time, and sometimes you look back. Absolutely, I really sat and look at how far I've come now. It's 55 years now. So you look at all the mountains you climbed and all of the valleys you went through, some of the rivers you crossed. And all along the process, you kind of reflect to see those who cross your path, who one way or another shoulder you stood on to leap over to the next step. So it was very much sobering. And all in all is culminated into just saying thank you to God for the opportunity to be alive.
I mean, imagine the kind of calls you receive.
Yeah, I mean, that's the refreshing part about it, and it'll make you to feel that you are, a member of a community, and that everything you do, at some point in time, it's not in vain. It's not in vain, and so it was one of those moments, those days that you kind of feel, oh yeah, it worth doing what I'm doing. It's good to be in a community, So yeah, I felt like a one who was really loved yesterday. Yes.
Do you speak good Crown?
Of course, I speak Crown.
Very well.
Very well.
If I were to engage you right now, we'll talk.
I will dribble you, and I will drill you, and I will teach you.
Don't mind me. I don't speak Crown. Don't mind me. Poye has refused to teach me Crown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Poye refused. So I don't speak Crown. But how is your district? How are your people?
Very well. I mean, every time I go back to Zwedru, Chin district, which is District 1, I always want to go back. This current time, we spent 8 days in Zwedru City in the district, and it was very refreshing. I mean, this is a place where my umbilical cord was buried. This is the place where I grew up, where I went and did my elementary all the way to high school. So it's not a strange place, right? I have toured that district entirely. I live raised in a Gobble clan, went to Chin, I passed to Canning, and I traveled to Bazon. So I've been to Kunambo. So I know the entire county like that. And mind you, in each of those areas, I have childhood friends, sometimes classmates, and people who we definitely just grew up together. So it's amazing that, after the war, I didn't know where many of them, but now that things settle, so as every journey and every trip that I made, I come across some friends. So this gone time, I went back to the town, Tuffer town in Grange. It's in Kane, right? So this is the place where my junior brother father is. So I grew up there. And I went back, and it was amazing rejoining with colleagues who all grew up together. I mean, it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing.
Calling those childhood names.
Yeah.
Remembering and reflecting on some of your days.
I took a tour of this town and some of the places. The guys were amazed that I still knew the landmark, right? And then, everything has changed now. So I go down and like, oh, so the president house were here. And then the young fellows were like, oh, damn, how does he know that? I'm like, look, we grew up right here.
We own this town.
We own this city. Yeah. And we are the conglomerates here.
I know, the feeling, man.
Yeah, but it's exciting. It's good. It's good.
And when you go to these places, especially in your district, do you sit with your people sometimes?
Oh, God.
In some of the villages and say, oh, you know what? This is not book time.
I
will sit here.
My man.
Let's talk the crown. Let me hear your problem.
My man.
You talk to me.
My man. I go to the towns around Zwedru, right? I go to those places 2 a.m. in the morning. 2 a.m. I mean, I went to France 1 a.m. in the morning. I left from there, and I went to Bulek about 3 a.m. And by the time I get there, the traditional singers, right? Those guys will come a long way.
Yeah.
And so by the time I go, usually they will ask me to go. And by the time I go, they're already in the mid set. And they will play all night singing in crown. It's amazing. There's one song that I love. They say, I think the gazelle, they call it gazelle, right? Small deer in the forest. They say the children of that deer, walk boastfully. Mm-hmm. How much more about the lion, the king of the jungle's child?
They will
right?
fly.
I mean, look. So I can sing that. I say, I like that song. So every time I hit there, we'll spend a whole night with that. So it's amazing. Yes, I do. I mean, I go there and then I don't speak English. We just kick back. Like I say again, you go back and this is the place where you grew up, right? And they know your father, they know your mom, they know your everybody.
In fact, the thing is, some of the people who are older than you, the elders, they will call you something and you're saying no.
Yeah, I got one name. Okay, we two, two of us, my mom and her elder brother, two of us were born the same day. So because of that, they gave us some kind of name. Boy, B-O-Y, like a D, boy, right? So my mom, they will call me by my mother's name. They will say Annie Boy. Then they call the other guy now boy. So you get in the crowd and somebody like, oh boy, and then boy, I'm like,
They got know me from childhood.
well,
You can bring a Bob in there.
yeah. I'm like, who is that? And he said, I said, please bring him forward, bring her forward. Yeah, we come a long way. So there's some names, when they call you, you know that, oh wow,
that's good.
There's a childhood friend. So it's a very good feeling.
I know.
Yeah.
What are some of the pressing needs of the people in your district, Representative Soka?
Grangeda County, like any other counties in Liberia, have so many needs, fundamental or basic things that they still need. For example, roads are still, problems for the county and the district. When I talk about roads, you're talking about leaving Zwedru to the other towns or other district headquarters. They're still relatively challenged, so that is key, and it impedes on farm to market, transactions. So that remain, and it's not a unique situation to Chen District or Grangeda County.
Yeah.
The other piece is electricity. People need electricity, especially in the 21st century. People are still struggling to have access to electricity, sufficient and stable electricity to be able to, meet up with the kind of lifestyle of the 21st century. So they've been challenged. Let's to talk about some of these villages where the grades have not reached yet. So by 5, 6 in the night, those towns are dark, and so it kind of make young kids growing in the area don't have that that childhood experience, and people don't stay up to go to bed early. Yes, there's no nightlife in those places, especially in the 21st century. So those challenges remain. Of course, pipe-borne water, safe drinking water, all of that still remain. The challenge that still elude, things that still elude these people in Grangeda in District 1. And of course, job creation, investment in the area where people can be able to the livelihood, they be able to kind of earn something for themselves, know that there's dignity in work, and finding a job. You got young people who come from there, and with that, people are thriving, finding so many alternatives way to be able to, kind of meet their needs. So those remain that. Education is picking up because in the area, in schools, or let's say in the towns, you can see relatively their school buildings and children learning. It is one of the challenges also in that sector is the fact that a lot of volunteers, people are working and they don't get paid. They are not known, and so they continue to volunteer. But to what extent, how long can they hold on? So you have this unstable teachers situation there, but the children are eager to learn. Healthcare is also another one. It's trying to get some clinics around the areas, but these clinics also, I was in Tofas now and somebody told me, oh, we had this solar system is off now and there's no repair yet, so it impedes certain basic services or that we need to do. So you still have challenges in those areas, that is still ongoing. One of the things I also observed that is that is on the rise is the agricultural component in Grangeda. Grangeda.
You say on the rise?
Yeah. They're picking up a little bit. It's picking up. I mean, I know it's unfortunate that Grangeda have large forests, those big landscape, but the basic things they get them from neighboring counties, especially neighbor counties, purple and all that kind of stuff. So that is picking up a little bit. Gradually. So I see a lot of people in the county are engaged into cash crops, especially cocoa. And so you want in the next coming years or so, you will see that uptake changing. You see that, that aspect going upward. So overall, the district and the county still need a lot of things. One of the things that I can commend this government for is the role from Monrovia now to Zwedru. I think is becoming gradually things of the past. It's now
really?
It's not a problem now I mean, I came from Green Chile and I spent about 6 hours. 6 hours.
From Zwedru straight to Monrovia?
Yes.
6 hours.
6 hours. 6 hours. And the longest or the farthest distance is from Ganta to Monrovia. I mean, the shortest in 3 hours, 3 hours some minutes, you already from Zwedru to Ganta.
So from Zwedru to Ganta,
shorter.
In 3 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours something?
Maximum. 3 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah, it was. I think it was 3 hours and 15 minutes in. So, yeah, but that's the shortest
How long
distance.
did it take you before, for example, from Zwedru to Monrovia?
I mean, it's an open secret, going in the southeast, especially to Zwedru, years back, that you spend days, especially during rainy season.
So you get stuck in the mud, yeah.
I mean, in my most recent memory was last August when I took my mother's body to Green Chile to bury. On our way back, I had to literally spend 2 days on the road. My pickup that I took spent almost 2 months in the garage when I came back then. But this time around, look, I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah. You represent the main Zwedru area, right?
Yes. District 1 is Zwedru itself, so the metro.
So let's talk about that electricity project you were talking about. Yeah. Are the lights on now? How is it? How are your people talking about it?
Piso, let me tell you something. I think Monrovia, LEC Monrovia need to go Zwedru and learn from that project and come and try to electrify the streets. That's how well I can tell you that. And don't take my word for it, so you can call anybody in Zwedru and ask them how Zwedru nightlife look like. So we took a huge quantity of lights, both on-grid street lights as well as solar lights. About 160 of them dedicated to the streets in Zwedru. The way our approach is that every light pole in Zwedru city should have a street light on-grid. We had this discussion with the service provider, LIB Energy, and a contractual relationship born from that. What we did was to ensure that those lights are maintained and they are on, and that the service provider responsibilities make sure that if anything spoiled, they replaced it. We need the lights on. We needed to just change and flip that page. So 160 street lights, we bought them. We bought them with photo cell and all of the accessory, right, to make sure that we have. But one thing I like about those lights, based on the guidance, but the quality of the output, bright. I mean, bright. So we spoke to LIB Energy, and they guided us to the material or the lighting or items that will be compatible to the grid. Sorry. So when we took that, we got there 4 days before July 26th. I think the next day when I arrived, immediately we started the installation of the street light in Zwedru. Today I can tell you that all of the street lights that we took are mounted on all the poles in Zwedru, and so Zwedru is lit up. I mean, people intervene in the past and they carry a few bulbs and that, but after a day or week, maybe the lights gone on, nobody pay attention. Solar light taken into Zwedru also becomes a waste now because nobody is responsible for that. So I shifted the paradigm a little bit that, look, I know in Liberia as a whole, until it's proven, public facility as well, public spaces, lighting, who honorize the cost may be a question or answer. That making it difficult, even that's the kind of conversation now I'm going to elevate with LEC, Ministry of Mines and others, that what are we waiting for, or why are Monrovia streets and major streets and all of that are not laid up, using street lights, and who's supposed to maintain that? I think one of the questions that need to be answered, who's supposed to be paying for this bill? From what I know, from my experience and everything that I know in public governance, municipal authority, county authorities should be able to foot the bill
the
of
cities
these public
of Piso and Monrovia
should be able to be paying bills, right? It's one of the conversations that we need to, and I'm properly placed because I'm the chair on energy, also on the committee on energy. So it will be the conversation we will be having that LEC, Ministry of Mines, and the government, we need to take serious. The way you pay rent, we should be able to elevate the conversation because our public spaces need lighting. The children need to be out in the night. The community where people have lights in their homes and the public spaces are dark, dangerous. I think it's not fair. We need to elevate that debate. And that is the inspiration for me, a palette that I kind of carry to Zwedru to make sure that public spaces in Zwedru, and today that is streets in Zwedru are light up. You know, don't take my word for it. As I found the quality of light in Zwedru. One of the things I'm watching right now is the continuous provision of lighting. If a bulb go up, what LDRB Energy will do, and that's the agreement we have. So what I did, Piso, is that I committed myself that the 160 street lights already there, we agree on a price that I will be paying quarterly. And we sign an agreement that I will be paying that until we find a way, either at the city corporation level, to be able that these lights, bills are paid, or at the county level. So I guarantee, as representative of the district, that I will be paying for the bill. But then the flip side is that the service provider will ensure that these lights are on for the people. So that's what we did. In addition to that, we distributed about to 43 towns around Zwedru. We distributed almost 150 or plus solar lights, right, to them. On average, each of those towns, depending on your size, took the least, I think, took 3, and the biggest town took somewhere around 9, 10, depending on that. So we were able to reach out to about 43 towns providing the lights. One of the good things that I did with those solar lights, I had the solar light of about, one of them will provide 500 kVA, very bright. And so we did not only provide a light, we carried the poles.
Do you think, like the Zwedru projects, you're paying from your pocket and things, do you think some of these things should be, monies should be placed in the budget? So you manage your meager salary, so government, through maybe the local government there, pay the bill, and so it looks like a county's project and not SOCAN's project. So SOCAN is not going to show it, say, look, our boy, so time for election, he uses it as a campaign. I'm just thinking about, when do we take the lead using our budget to reflect, to do these kinds of things? So the people themselves know exactly in Zwedru that, look, I think the government working, we've seen now, our representatives say that the government paying for it through the budget and those kind of thing.
Look, let me tell you, Piso, our system, right? Liberia, we don't have a problem with setting up a system on the paper. We're very good. Our budgetary system allows for that. Because in the budget, you got a specific budget line for maybe Zwedru City Corporation, for example. And then there is line one for the salary and then goods and services and all that kind of stuff, right? We have that. It's already set up. We need to man up. We need to be realistic. We need to be responsible enough that some of these things need to be put there. That's what we need to do. We need to prioritize that. Look, you live in the public building. I mean, I got government offices here that owing people rent, they don't pay. We need to try to transition from that. Second, we have some utility. LEC is crying every day. Ministry and agency not paying their bill. I mean, it's not a question. It's an open secret. This is unfair. How do you want the grade to be maintained, or how do you want expansion and extension of activities, right? When you don't pay.
So the woman from where in the village beyond Shin, if she's able to come to Zwedru, go to the hospital, get treated free and go back to the village, you don't need to tell her that the government working. She will know.
Exactly. So we need to do that. I mean, the argument somebody makes is, we don't make too much money, and, we don't. One of the things I believe, right, as a person who, a practitioner, development, expert, project manager, what I believe is that once Liberia, the issue of roads become history, electricity distribution and access become history, water become history, some of these things automatically will happen. I will tell one somebody, I say the day the regime on which that we say we have sufficient road, we have sufficient electricity, the next regime will focus on human capital development to the extent you will and all the other services will go back.
That is my point.
Yeah.
I believe no single government will do everything.
No.
Just focus on one or two and tackle it, make it history.
Exactly.
When the other person comes, they're not talking about that thing again.
That's the point.
That's how countries develop.
Yes, yes. You will look, if you see to build on average a real constructor alpha kilometer of road, it's anywhere around 800,000 to a million point two, right? Depending on the landscape, right? So it's a huge chunk of money that's going in that area to be able to do. So once you take that thing as a history, all of those money that you use to dedicate in an area will definitely go to other strategic sector. So, I mean, that's what we need to do. It's unfortunate that we kick the can down the road when Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana and the rest of the country were paying attention then. Maybe we were doing something else. Now we are stuck. We're forced to address the externality. That is what's slowing us. That is what making other things to be very difficult. But the sooner that we can get over these hurdles, the sooner we can begin, or other sector will begin to see boost into them.
I know.
And so that's what
you are in Zwedru, spend your 26 there. You are there with your people. There's one situation that is in Zwedru and everywhere in Liberia. The issue of the drug.
Yeah.
What's your practical idea about where do we start in our attempt to maybe not make Liberia a drug-free society because it's going to be difficult, but to minimize? What do we do now to fight this menace? I'll call it that way.
Look, I live in the U.S., okay? And I saw run-down neighborhood, and I saw good neighborhood, okay? Ills in society are across the globe.
Absolutely.
And so the menace from drugs is the same thing in the United States. I can tell you for free.
Yeah.
The only difference,
as sophisticated as the society is.
Yes, I got guys in neighborhood that literally live on crack cocaine and live on. In fact, the guys are so innovative that every now and then they continue to invent their own category and type of drugs that they can be on. The only difference is that the relatively stable institutions, right, and programs that they go and try to deal with these people, whether detox, whether rehabilitation, reintegration, they try to do that, okay? And then also the security aspect of it. You see, things so the system is interwoven. It's like the body, right? The eye can say no, the nose, and everybody got to work in sync to be well. So in Liberia, in Grangida, it's true. Grangida drug issue stemmed from few things. One, and I called the minister, a good friend, the Minister of Justice, and myself, usually we talk on the phone on issues. One of the things that affecting Grangida, Zwedru, my district particularly, is the fact that we host one of the major prison facility, okay, secure
in the country,
prison in the country. So it's located there. What happened is that the worst guys or the guys who serve the long sentences, they ship them there. All right? When their terms are out and they are free, they do not try to locate where they come from. They just dump them in my district. And so you have a stockpile of people who come in from the prison, have no one. The only thing they end up doing, creating these different, what we call, how do you call them, camps or tent of drugs, and they are there. So in Zwedru, every day, you know, the different areas, I mean, the number is on the rise. Okay? Now, these people, the only livelihood, the only thing they know is to live on drugs, to deal drugs. The other piece is our borders are so porous as well. You know, and people in Zwedru, for instance, it's a long stretch between Cote d'Ivoire, you know, and Liberia. It's there. And those one, look, you can pass anywhere, you know, in a canoe or you swim. So drugs come from so many ways enter in that county. Now the police or our security status or the institution are not equipped to the extent to keep up. So it's the issue in it. So it is a very serious menace, not only now, but if the care is not taken, it will affect. So the number of children that are enrolling or that are just being affected, that getting attracted to those different types of lifestyle, drugs dealing, drugs consumption, and all of that are on the rise in Sweden. It is so scary. It poses a direct security threat because nobody walks around a little bit free. The guy is on the drugs, and then he looks for food to eat. He's dangerous at night. So Sweden is becoming more and more, concerned with that kind of stuff. One of the things I discussed with the Minister of Justice is that we need to find some way that people, inmates or prisoners, they taken to grand jury. We need to find a program where when you're finished, you take them back. If you took them from Maserati and they get 1 more year to finish, bring them back to Central Business, so what if you put them right back? Because you can't keep dumping them in my district, and or else then you gotta come out with very practical system, build a house of rehabilitation, try to relocate the people and and take them out of that.
Okay.
So that issue is an issue in Zwedru, but it needs everyone's attention. So when you talk about Zwedru, you talk about Liberia. You talk about Grand Chile, you talk about Liberia, and that's the issue we face. We need to be bold, we need to be pragmatic, we need to be real in engaging. We need to begin to put some resources in the national budget. We need to move into the rehabilitation and reintegration program and be deliberate and very, very calculative about it to be able to address these issues.
Grand Chile Representative Jeremiah Sokan, before we take to the line, your attempt to use your authority provided you by the Constitution as a representative sparked a lot of debates across the country. Specific reference to the Local Government Act.
Yeah.
When you say you were proposing an amendment of the law,
yes,
give us a clear picture of what your vision is about that amendment. What exactly do you want?
Thank you, Piso. Piso, one of the things that Liberia is doing that is good is that we are not afraid to try new things, and especially when it comes to the governance space. And so it's the decentralization process. When the decentralization idea emerged, I was then a deputy minister at the former Minister of Planning and Economic Affairs as deputy minister for sectorial and regional. That idea started through a project at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and then eventually evolved and end up into a policy. That policy now, as the program was winding down, needed to kind of culminate into something sustained, and that brought the birth of the Local Government Act. Okay. So let welcome the development in that regard in trying to decentralize power to the local level. Key question that we needed to ask ourselves: what system are we trying to build? Is it a federal system that we're trying to gravitate towards? What it is that we're trying to do in terms of the decentralization approach? Okay. When it comes to the federal approach, I think Liberia did not meet the many thresholds: 1, the population; 2, resource; 3, institutional. Right. So you couldn't just jump to a federal system, and so we created something that was just unique for ourselves, not comparable. I mean, I don't know which country using the approach we got. Right. So we needed to create something that looked like, okay, you beginning to devolve activities at the local level. Okay. That is welcoming, and you're trying to take the power to the people in a local. That's fine, but here are a few things though. 1, my attention is drawn particularly to Section 2 of the Act. Everything you put there is good. Look, there was some contradiction a little bit. The Constitutional Republic of Liberia clearly indicates that certain people need to be from paramount chief to superintendent need to be elected. In the Local Government Act, that was not very clear. That's one. That was some few little inconsistency. Okay, call it rush. Second, I understand that you establish county council. Beautiful. It's a good idea. All right? You want somebody, the supreme body in a county that they approves this is the county council. That's beautiful. The point where there are a few little missteps, these people who are going to make the decision, they needed to go through certain scrutiny from local level, from the citizen, a kind of scrutiny. With that, they will be accountable to the citizen. They will not be biased. They will not easily be coerced because they know that they are sent there by the people. In this current case, that's not the case.
You talk about scrutiny level.
Scrutiny by election.
Okay.
Election.
Clear. Okay.
Okay. Second, the configuration or the composition of the council. I would have thought that for equity, you will deal with if the county is have districts, you will have representation, from various districts that will be of that council, because that's a very realistic. Because each of the representatives from the district will always seek the interest of that district and its constituents. Remember, in a district, you got all the different clans in order, they are there, towns and all of that. So you will see that flow. Okay? The current structure is a disconnect between that. Why it's true you have district council, there is no link between the district council and the actual county council. The other piece is you bring various groupings. I'm fine with it. Women group, youth group, and that. How sure are you that those groupings are properly decentralized to represent the interests of people across the districts?
I mean, I think your colleague, how do you call it, Williams from River G, what is his name? Representative Johnson Williams.
Yeah.
He bounced the same idea with you.
No, I mean, he's a chair on judiciary.
He bounced the same idea with you. Now, I want you to make something clear.
Yes.
Can we do all those amendments
Yeah.
void of any attempt to place lawmaker as members or presiding on the county council?
Yes. Wait, let me tell you what we do. In accounting, we call it ARC. It's accounting, reporting, and custody. Right? It's a segregation of responsibility. In our constitution, you look at it as maybe 3 separate branches, but coordinating. In accounting, Piso, hear what it is. At the national legislature for Nima County, I'll take Nima. When we are passing national budget, if Asila Mita is supposed to get Nima 7 billion, right, for social development, for whatever, we will only focus on when the MDA that is 7 million is placed in the national budget for debate. How the 7 million is used in Nima County is Nima's prerogative. How do you exclude Nima caucus representative who were scrutinized, represent the constituents of each district, vetted? He ensures he is the guarantor. He ensures that development goes to that place through his oversight. How do you exclude him from discussion on where bridge is built or whatever?
Is he really excluded?
Totally.
Does he have to be on the board?
No, you don't have to be on the board.
Can the county council and the office of the superintendent periodically, or you people discuss?
It's subjective.
And you tell you what's happening in the county?
It's subjective. And let me tell you how subjective that is. The superintendent will quickly run and say, look, if you want to call me, call the Minister of Internal Affairs. Because nothing prescriptive and explicit in the law establishing that I represent the people of Chen District. I'm in the house. The primary responsibility, I'm in the district every day. The issue there. The other flip side again, you want to wait when there is a situation when things fall apart, then you run to me. Okay, so I become useful to only solve a colossal failure, chaos, but not to be there to make sure it's also prevented?
No, but it is your responsibility to debate and argue in the national budget for monies to go to your county.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You do not have to necessarily be you do not have to necessarily be on the decision making in the county as it relates to the money going where, but. But you can indirectly ask some questions. Now, coming you are one of the you know exactly the whole thing about the county council. I mean the local government act.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why the people decided to take you as the legislators from the whole thing is our experiences over the years have proven that look, your involvement have just been, I don't know the word to use. It's made no impact. Some of you, like in the past, the caucus chair of the county will sit. He will preside over the county council sitting. Now, what we witness in most of the counties, the entire legislative caucus will go to one, preferably the caucus chair hall, right? They will have their meeting. They will agree on projects. Then they will just call. In fact, some of the lawmakers were taking people from their offices. Say, you will go as the youth chair. You will go as the women leader. So you see the influence of the lawmakers were so much so that the county sitting was nothing, but they were directing everything. So the people say, you know what? We'll give power to people. Let's so can then sit down in Monrovia at the legislature. Let them be arguing for the bigger cake. Yeah, the cake will come to Grand Judah when it can here. Let another group of people decide where it goes. So can they will still report to them. They don't have to be there.
No, Piso, first of all, let me tell you. First thing you need to ask yourself, where you getting Labrador? Where can you find it in the world? At the very first thing.
Where you get in terms of what?
In terms of decentralization. Where you can find it in the world. Second, you're going to have people presiding as making approval and kind of things like that, right? Mm-hmm. And they are handpicked. It is a quick recipe for disaster.
No, somebody will agree with you.
No,
I'm coming. I'm coming. All the other points you explain, very good.
Yeah.
They Johnson raised the same thing. Yeah. Election of superintendent because they will be managing millions. Understandable.
Yeah.
Composition of the county council, all of them will be elected. Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah.
But you don't have to necessarily be
but our proposal, my amendment that I made, is not to dissolve. I'm not repealing. I am amending.
No, you're amending.
Yes. So in that, I am simply inserting a role. And that's what I use the word arc. What I want is everything you have, look, the county administration prepares. And that preparation of the county budget and development plan, I expect based on the Local Government Act, will start from the grassroots. That means the district council and the district will bring in their budget to the county administration. And that input will be compiled, collated, and forwarded to the county council. Okay? So let's keep the county council. Why I have a problem that the county council need to be elected, because right now, as it stands, the Minister of Internal Affairs.
I don't think an argument is there. I think they need to be elected.
Exactly.
So what role do you want the lawmakers to play? They should
hear the role. Yeah. No. Hear what I want. Mm-hmm. I want that the county council, since it is not elected now, and they are the supreme in terms of approving, they're supposed to report to somebody. I ask myself, who was the watchman? Mm-hmm. So I think the county council supposed to report to the county legislative caucus.
That's why you think.
That's why
That's why you want your amendment to
exactly.
To do.
So the guys is in the Minister of Finance, the Deputy Minister of Finance for Fiscal Affairs, came to me and he said, yeah, but we got something here on the fiscal bowl. And it's true. In the fiscal bowl, I think in section 4, right? They put there, they said that the fiscal board that will determine the envelope of the city of the counties will make recommendation to the legislature. Make recommendation. The question I'm asking, when you make recommendation, as you put it in writing, you indicated you should make recommendation. It's good stuff. Then what the legislature should do with the recommendation?
Okay, so let me come back to you and ask you.
Yeah.
You want the county council to report to the county legislature caucus.
Yes.
Is that all you want? Are you also asking for a veto authority?
No.
When they report to you, will you have the authority to cancel a particular
project?
I'm
using keywords. I'm choosing keywords legally. One, either the legislative caucus endorses. Who approves is the county council. I'm not taking it.
You want endorsement?
Yes.
But that's where the problem is.
No. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Piso, you have to know.
Go ahead, Sokan.
You cannot isolate Sokan from Chien District. The reason I'm struggling, and every lawmaker is struggling to carry the development from their pocket is because of these things. Okay, we need the fact that some maybe we learned a process last time it didn't work doesn't mean it's not going to work. We just need to improve it. All I'm saying, you and I just talking about electricity. I am struggling here to get a city council or the city corporation, the county authority to be able to take their responsibility.
We can improve it without you approving anything.
No, I need a test. I am vetted. I'm scrutinized.
Let's talk to a few callers, man.
I am the direct representative.
We got 5 minutes to go.
People,
maybe I need to bring you back here.
The people who are on the county council elected me. They elected me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they are not elected. I am more pleased, more invested to be able to ensure that the constituent aspiration are kept.
Okay, we got 4 minutes. Let's not do a dialogue here. I wish we started this question earlier. 777-00995-555-995-995 are the numbers. Maybe we'll just take 3-4 calls because of time. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Sergeant Clarence Jackson. Let me say good morning to people are soaking activists, Martin Renner, and not join for Lucha.
I think go straight into it. We don't have time, please.
So let me comment. People are soaking for his well-being deliberation because Sergeant Jackson, there should always be a chain of command in administration, and we have a lawmaker or people that are representing us that they are not reporting to themselves. They are not going on scrutiny microscopically. I believe that there's an error.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence. Let me say good morning to your guest.
Good morning.
Piso on this line, and I told Piso from the community.
Yeah, Joe.
So I'd like to appreciate him for the talking point. But Clarence, I want to agree with him when it comes to the amendment that the superintendent and other officials of the country should be elected.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I also want to inform him that I want to remind him on his oversight responsibility when it comes to making the country administration and our country council in a progressing system. You can call these people to technique, but to say you want to be totally involved, no, we take exception.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm having Johnson calling from Tubo this before.
Yeah, Johnson.
To the big brother in studio there because this is a serious issue. If the country focus or the superintendent and order that on the boat, if they are not get direct somebody to supervise them, they guys then will just be doing things that
no, but they are supervised by the law. There are provisions in the local government act that talks about these people are not arbitrary. They can't just arrogate to themselves authority and do something. They are guided by law, my friend.
Who washes the watchman? As he used for war, who washes the watchman?
Okay, let's take the final call. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
This is Winston Ketagba and I join you from the Japan Freeway.
All right, Winston. Let's hear you.
I'm a resident of Grenjide County. I'm a property owner in Grenjide, but I here for River G.
Okay.
My brother in studio is a global man. But my concern has to do with there are a lot of global people in Grenjide, especially in Chien district. Remember, Clarence, Grenjide was comprised of River G today. We were lower Grenjide before. But our people live in Grenjide, they're not being given the opportunity to farm in Grenjide. And most especially the producer in Grenjide, the Gribble and other trap in Grenjide, they are the one producing food in Grenjide, typical crime.
Thank you. I don't know where you're driving, but we don't have the luxury of time. Representative Sokan, let's come back to you. I think this thing will continue to stir debate, and I like the debate. It's healthy.
Clarence, thank you.
I need to bring you back here exclusively on this thing.
Clarence, I decided now since I came from the 26th, and I met with my constituents, consultant, and told them. And they saw that this bill that we are pushing forward to amend the local government act makes sense and giving us their support. I think we can take on in the next coming weeks, months, we will debate this. And that's why in the wisdom of the House leadership, we decided to slow down on amending, taking it until we take it to the constituent. So it's a very good debate. And one of the good things that we look forward to is it's good for us to bring initial inaugurating laws, but we have to see whether or not they will serve the better good or they will achieve the intended purposes. And I think here the Local Government Act in the vast portion is good start. And it's something that we are trying in Liberia. It's not compared to nothing else. But if we see some danger quickly, it's important for us to hedge them. Okay. We don't want to wait for a colossal failure before we're trying to figure out what happens. And so this amendment will help to bridge some key gaps. We have to have an oversight. You cannot exclude a lawmaker who is duly elected.
Even though the oversight has been very terrible for many years.
I mean, that's the point. The oversight at that level, and so
all
we
right,
look
so
forward
we gotta
to
go.
see.
Thank you. Jeremiah Suka. Our two reporters in China have been appointed by one of the Chinese news agencies there to be their correspondent in Liberia, Masa Kanen and Nyanti Topa. Congratulations to all of us, to the team here, and our guys representing us so well in China. My name is Piso. I'll be back here tomorrow, man. Bye-bye.